Well, good evening to everyone. Hope you can hear me loud and clear on this freezing cold day. Well, good evening. Hope I'm not coming across too loud. I can just turn my volume down a little bit. Oh dear me. Let's just catch up on some of the chat in here. Packer Andrew, hello. He says Sunderland 3, Stoke City 1. Trevor Coleman, hello, how are you? Jerry's in the house. SG is in the house. May as well have told you that we're not interested in this game with that lineup. I've not seen the lineup yet. I'll have a look. But look, I never want my team Sunderland to lose. Never. And I don't want us to lose this game. But if we did lose, I ain't going to lose any sleep over it, to be quite honest with you. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, Sheffield United lost, didn't they, against Cardiff, and there was only 6,000 in the ground. I mean, it's a joke, isn't it, when you see the grounds like that with like 6,000 in. It's like, it's not a good advert at all, is it, for the FA Cup? I don't care what anybody says. I'm just trying to find the... Trying to find my stream here. Ah, dear me. No doubt Cannon will score again. Yeah, hi Jerry, it is freezing. Here we go again. More pain, says the Packer. Lebrie did similar in the Milky Bar Cup. Jeff Bladen, hello Jeff. He says, Lafee, wherever you may be, living rent-free in the Geordie's head. Could be worse. Could have punched a horse, then intercourse after knocking it out. Oh, dirty boys. Just trying to find a stream. I hate it when the FA Cup's on, because the usual streams that the channels do go for, they're not on, because it's the FA Cup, not EFL, so it's a bit of a pain for me to find it. I don't think it's on any terrestrial TVs, as far as I'm aware. I'll have to wait until kick-off till I find it. SPN is on, but only from America. Ah, ESPN. I'll try and have a look for ESPN. It's on here somewhere. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just trying to find my stream on it. I will be putting the commentary on in the background. Anyway, I'll wait until later on, till kick-off time, because a lot of the games, when it's like the FA Cup, don't start getting streamed and whatnot. Right, bang on kick-off time. So we'll just wait that little bit longer until that sort of comes available. So then, let's catch up on some more comments. We've got 91 people in the chat already. Hello, 91 folk. Where are we? Alan Gibbon. Hello, Alan. You alright? From Carroll, Canada. Where else have we got? Tony Emerson, he says, oh, afternoon. Yeah, of course it is. It's afternoon, isn't it? Goodness knows. Love Pam says, I've lost my TV remote. Janet says, hello, Cabby, how are the lads? I want 3-1. Red 43 says, can't believe people think we're winning a cup game. And of course, Middlesbrough lost 1-0 earlier today in an earlier kickoff, 1-0 against Blackburn. Hello to Martin Lewins, he says, alright, sir. SJ says, Stoke have gone full strength. We've dropped players and put an untested kid in midfield. Look, it's a free hit for us, do you know what I mean? If anything else, at least it gives some of the lads a run out that's not played, and I'm hopefully that Samed is going to be playing today as well. Mandy Gray, good afternoon, Cabby, and everyone. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to the Leeds United friend of the channel, Fernie. Afternoon, Stuart and all. Bong says, alright, Cabby, how are you doing, Bong? You're okay? And Red 43, is there anywhere to stream the game? Well, I'm trying to find one, but I'm having no joy at the minute. But it's not kick-off time yet, so no event right now. So there's got to be something somewhere. FA Cup 6. I'm at 7. Got Nottingham Forest on here. Anybody know what colour strip Stoke City's actually playing? I have found it. I have found the stream. It's on Optus Sports. I found one. There we go. Love Pam 3-1. SJ says ESPN Plus has it. What are they from America? I'm in America, says Red. Tony Emerson says Evans SAFC to win. Yes, please. Ching ching. And of course, there is no replay, so if it is a draw, it'll go straight to penalties. How exciting. Penalties. There you go then. ESPN Plus, unless you've got VPN, there's another way to get around it. Greg Bucky, hello Greg. It says, now Cabby, Happy New Year to you and yours, and Happy New Year to everybody of yours as well. And Enzo Lefay is walking out into the pitch, into the centre circle. He's applauding the how many ever the fans that there is in the Stadium of Light, and he gives a salute and waves. Sunderland will pay his wages £50,000 a week. Enzo Lafay. He's got his scarf round his neck. He's drinking it all in. It would have been better for him to walk out into the Stadium and like with 40,000 in, but hey, welcome on board. 4-0 Sunderland, says Susan. We won't beat a Robin side, we never do, SJ. We'll never beat a Robin side. It's like an Alex Neil side we never beat either when he was on the opposition. Love it, Sue, says Tony. My VPN has it on Opus Sport, mate. Yeah, I've got it Pixel as well. Got that on too. Hi, Matt and Cabby, hope you're okay. Hello, Alan, hope you're well. Good signing for you guys, Fernie. Yeah, hope so, mate. We need that little bit more strength if we're wanting to push for automatics. We could still do with another experienced striker, if I'm right. Pixelovich says, introducing Lafay to the fans. No way, he says. Paul Campbell, hello Paul. This is hi from Dubai. I bet only 24,000 crowd today. Well, do you know what I'm looking at? there seems a decent amount. I've just seen the flash of the steel. The corner to the left, there's nobody in it at all, but the low ball right across seems pretty full. Behind the goal, the Roker end seems pretty full. But I've yet to see anything else, so... Yeah, introducing Lafitte, the fans of Hajeldi in a central defence, shudder. Fernie says, box to box, great player. So I'm just seeing the squad. We've got Moore, Hume, O'Nien, Hajeldi, Lacey, Rigg, Neil, Jones, Mienda, Connolly, and Sheesh up front. Tony Emerson says 2-0 win. So on the benches, we've got Abdul Samad. There he is. Isidore, Ugansui, Johnson, Roosen, Bellingham, Alesic, Meffam, and Nokiri. So, yeah, will we get to see the young'uns and the new players?
Good games so far for Stoke in the fixtures up to now. This is the third different manager. He is at the Roker end, waiting for...
Hello Duns, how you doing? Says, hope you're doing well, mate. Hope it's not too cold up north. I'm going for a 2-1 Sunderland win with Mienda, Rigg and how are the lads? Well, I'm living in Carlisle, it is up north. So everybody give me the thumbs up if you can hear the volume. Hit the thumbs up, give us a like, and if you're new, hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much indeed. And somebody's already hit the subscribe button. Thank you indeed.
Kick back to Johansson, the goalkeeper.
And here we are.
£115,000 awaits the winners. £25,000 awaits the losers. And last season at this stage of the competition, Stoke City lost 2-4 at home to Brighton as they try and push on down the right wing with Baker down towards the corner.
Fernie, are you keeping Job for 20 million to Palace? I don't think Job will be going anywhere.
As he put the cross into the 6-yard area, and it's back up into...
Unless you've got a naughty stick, Jack, have a look about, mate.
Coming all the way back to Victor Johansson.
It's interesting to see the way Sunderland set up. Alesi is actually playing left back.
Yeah.
Yelder's playing in the centre back, and Mienda is playing on the right hand side, and Connolly is playing as the out-and-out striker.
Yeah, here he is now trying to put the squeeze.
Stuart Arthur, you are very much welcome. Like I said, I do the talking over the top of it because until I find out properly that I'm actually allowed to have the audio of the commentary on in the background.
It comes back to Johansson all in yellow, the Stoke keeper again.
So that's why I'm speaking over the top, because people like banter as well. Do you know what I mean?
Across the pitch to Phillips again. Phillips, who has his right wrist bandaged. It's on to Lewis Baker. Baker slips it through to Seko, the Japanese midfielder, Tasuki Seko, and then eventually out to Ender Stevens on this left-hand wing. 26 caps for Ireland.
Alicia, if you've got a naughty stick,
swings the ball right up the other end.
A couple of channels, I think, Sean, are on there, I think.
The empty north end of the stadium. The away fans will be up in that upper section. There's 400 of them from Stoke this afternoon. We're in the second minute, 0-0.
Joe will go to a European team for 35 million in the summer. Yeah, the audio rights are getting complicated. Yeah, I know. But nobody said anything. I've done this for a couple of years, so.
O'Nien's there to tidy up and plays it out to Elise at left back.
Keith Lupton, hello mate, from Perth, Western Australia.
He's being forced back by Chamado, and now he's trying to shake him off on that touchline. Slips the ball inside to Dan Neil. Neil under pressure as well, forces the ball back to Moore, who has to chest it down and play it to O'Nien. He's under duress here, and it's a penalty.
Yep, you're right, penalty.
O'Nien's given away the penalty.
I just was going to say, Nick,
O'Nien likes to give away penalties and fouls, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he just sums it up there. The pass back from Dan Neil to Simon Moore was ridiculous, wasn't it?
Yeah. It put them under huge pressure, and then it meant that O'Nien, in trying to clear, tripped Kumas.
Aye, Cannon.
And so Tom Cannon, who scored the winner at Stoke, now scores again. Right down the middle.
Well, there we go. Toss this away already.
Dive to his right.
Can I turn the radio up?
There is
Cam
it.
Bong
And
says.
Stoke lead in the 4th minute now.
Yeah, you're just looking at that
There we go,
goal
I've turned
there
that up
and
a little
how we
bit.
conceded it. You know, the ball back from Dan Neil into Simon. He's done well to control it because he had to control it on his chest. He's come down, he's tried to play his way out. He's played to 09, his touches let him down, and he's caught Tom Cannon.
His 11th goal of the season, Tom Cannon on loan from Leicester, of course. Fired in that winner at Stoke.
Wouldn't surprise me if Tom Cannon gets a blooming hat-trick today.
What are they made of now?
Yeah.
Early in the game, that's the one solace you can take from that. O'Nien won't be happy, it's given away a penalty again.
Absolutely screwing around in the box, like just totally mucking about. It was totally unavoidable, like that penalty. It was totally unavoidable.
Teams, we know historically when Sunderland have come up against his Coventry sides, they've never made life easy for Sunderland. There's the ball with Stoke on the right, Berger trying to get it forwards to Moran, Andrew Moran on loan from Brighton, the Republic of Ireland international. It's a throw to Sunderland.
Unbelievable.
He's going to take it. Poor start from Sunderland, and they can't use the atmosphere or anything like that as an excuse, can you? At least they still looking to take this throw. He gets it down to Connolly, who's tripped. It's a free kick on the left-hand side of midfield, halfway inside the Stoke City.
Need a game time on the screen,
And,
Stuart, so people can sync with your audio. Yeah, I'm going to try and work out how I can get the timer on the screen.
Point at which the free kick will be taken.
Because, and I've tried it in the past, I have to have the other page open, and I can't see what you guys are seeing in the chat. So I will look into it. I will look into getting a timer on the screen.
Stoke have pushed out their defensive line to some 23-24 yards. And is left for Rigg to swing into the arms of the goalkeeper.
Hopefully Ballard replaces 09 soon. He's becoming a liability. Cabby says, Trevor says many in the crowd. Says Trevor, there seems to be a decent viewing. I think they've got the north stand totally closed, the lower bowl. They've got 400 Stoke fans up above. Rooster says pathetic Neil and 09 again. It was just totally avoidable. Absolutely totally avoidable. We've only got ourselves to blame. We might as well just said, yeah, there's a goal, you take it, yeah? Don't know what we were trying to do there.
Berger and Baker. Free kick taken by.
We are just awful in the third round of the Cup. We're just not interested at all, are we? Cabby, do you not think it was the wrong time to introduce Enzo in a small crowd? Should have been left till next week. It's a strange one, isn't it, Colin? But welcome anyway, mate. Hello, Paul Dale. How are you? SG, it's time for him to go, says Tony. Easy, lads. Long way to go, says Bong. Stephen Martin says, I've always said 09 should be dropped. Jeff says 09 is dead wood. Stuart Arthur, hello, says I still think we will win this. 1-0 means we have to play. It just depends if the lads want it, doesn't it? Long way to go for Stoke to score a few more. Probably Cannon hat-trick. That's SJ. But there's 290 in the channel, thank you. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're new on this FA Cup day. Thank you very much.
Rigg to an offside Hume and a free kick to Stoke City. 3 changes for Stoke, 5 for Sunderland. 1-0 Stoke lead.
How does anyone know where I could get a 1975 shirt? I can't find anyone, but not the home kit. Somebody maybe in the chat can help you, Henno. 09 give away 2 pens out with two own goals. He's had his day now, says Tony. Phil says Luke needs to be taken out of the team. I like home, but he's costing us. Fernie says more than 6,000. Oh, there's definitely more than 6,000. 14, 15,000, I'd say.
All in black again this afternoon.
Enzo won't save us. we won't get promotion, says Maureen. We do need a recognised striker. We can't just think we're going to get promoted because we get one player in. Oh no.
Seko leaves it for Chamado, through then to Tom Cannon in midfield, wide to Kumas, and then back to Seko. Sorry, not Kumas, to Moran, and then looking for Cannon again.
Stuart Arthur says no, Enzo Cossi will play next week.
Will turn this away.
Bong says 09 has had a cracking season so far. A couple of milli mistakes don't mean he's a liability.
Slipping inside, looking for Cannon, and Harrison Jones tried to win it off him, and then it was Baker.
Pete says league's the priority, gives the fringe players some game time. As the linesman with his black gloves on. Lacey Cairns, it's Mewett in goal. Patterson's not in goal for us today. Just looking at the replay of the penalty, Cannon just straight down the middle.
The ball kicked up through the middle, and I think Cannon felt he was pushed in the back by
Stoke will win, says Totally Cool. SJ says we put the reserves out. Stoke are playing full strength.
Stoke, as Kumas puts the ball away.
Totally Cool. I'm sad because Stoke won't get promotion, but we won't get relegated, says Totally Cool.
Ball out with Luke 09.
When you get promoted, 09 will be gone, says Jeff. Stuart Arthur says have a word with Fans Museum, they're very connected. Donated to them previously. Stoke will win, says Totally Cool. Patterson isn't playing twice now, Mr. Cool.
09. Seagulls wheeling about down below us, in front of us, as Neil in the centre circle is dispossessed by Berger, who leaves it for Baker, and now Moran back to Baker on halfway on the right side of the centre circle to Seko, back to Baker again, and Baker taps it to Chamado, and now Baker again forwards to Moran, who plays it back to Ashley Phillips, the 19-year-old on loan from Tottenham. Tall,
Jennifer Andrews just tuned in. How are you, Cabby? I'm absolutely fine. Are you alright, Jennifer?
Rig through the centre, trying to take it onto his left, slipped, and that's allowed Moran to get back on the ball for Stoke and find Buta Berger, and Berger out to Kumas on this left hand side now. His socks rolled down, his sleeves pulled down, he's just rolled it into the penalty area to Berger, a block by O'Nien, and it's the first corner of the game for Stoke. Here, Danny Collins is working for BBC Radio Stoke.
Piers Stoke have put a full strength squad out apparently. Well, they've got Cannon playing.
Sunderland have not got going, which is right, isn't it? I mean, they haven't.
Understatement. Yeah. They haven't started. And you just looking.
Without a shadow of a doubt, the teams that are looking for promotion from the Championship are just totally not bothered about the FA Cup. Middlesbrough are out with Blackburn. Sheffield United are out. I don't know where the priorities lie. It's sad, of course, because it used to be a huge game in FA Cup.
It's played back straight into the path of Connolly by a Stoke player, and Connolly's away on his own through the middle. There's three of them. They've gone to him in black shirts. Mayenda wants it played to him. He's laid it off to the left though. And at the edge of the penalty area, it's Dan Neil who's going to try and put it on his right foot. He's all of a sudden run into a log jam, then plays it to Aushish.
You'd see Stoke City climbing up the table with Robbins in charge, like.
And it comes out for Stoke.
They should never have got rid of him at Coventry, to be honest with you.
And the referee's blown for something.
Yeah, lucky you got away with that one.
Fernie says, Henry, you can probably get the shirt. I was looking for a yellow Leeds away shirt that I had as a kid back in the 70s. Not a chance. Jeff says 09 has been exceptionally good, serving for this club all the way from the Dark League 1 days. Totally Cool. I don't mind a win today, but Stoke won't win the trophy, sadly. Well, this is the trouble, isn't it? It's always the top 5 or top 6 teams in the Premier League that win these trophies, isn't it? If Sunderland do win this, they will get £150,000, and if they lose this tie, they will get £20,000 prize money. So if they do win, it's £150,000 in the kitty.
Heads it in, looking for Cannon, bounced in front of Fjelde. 358 away fans this afternoon instead. And the ball comes back.
Hi everyone from Fortaventura. Hello Anne, welcome and thanks for joining along. Hit the subscribe button if anybody's new. Click the like button as well.
More rolls it out now to Fjelde.
Yes, SGS says Stoke are playing a strong side. We are not. What channel is this on? Apparently it's on Optus Sports and ESPN, Kieran.
Baker.
Totally Cool says, yeah, we have to put out a strong team. Pit X, we drew against Burnley, won against Sunderland.
To Baker, and Cannon again behind him. Now Berger.
Dan Jules says, could you recap what led to the penalty? Basically, we were just mucking about in the back. Totally just arsing about at the back. Passing it, trying to be clever, give the ball away. Or 9 tackles, tries to get the ball back, but he gets the player first, brings him down, penalty straight away.
To the arms of Simon Moore.
Do you know what I mean?
Bournemouth 0, West Brom 1.
There we go.
West Brom, the opponents next week.
What's the last 2 games got to do with this cup game?
And,
what if Stoke win? How much will Stoke get? I think they get the same totally. I think they get 150,000. Luty says 1-0 already. Damn. He says good morning, Kevin. I'm going to say good afternoon, Luty.
Behind him is Helder. Out to the left.
Ben J says, I like how you reply to all the comments. Thank you, totally, Ben. Thank you.
The flag is up. Shabado is in front of him as well.
I try and make it a priority to include everybody in the channel.
Taken quickly. I don't think the ball even stopped actually.
As much as I can.
Back to Johansson.
If Stoke win this game, how much will Stoke get? About 150,000.
Closed down by Connolly. Rigg was coming through on the shoulder.
Hi Jeff, it's not 70s prices. We don't get 70s wages, says Trevor.
Yeah. And now
I wouldn't mind 150,000 Colin in my kitty. Come on, boy, says Luty. 70% Stoke possession doesn't look like a good game for us. It doesn't, but I'm not surprised. Afternoon from Leeds. Hope you guys win. William Babbitt, another friend of the channel who's a Leeds fan. Welcome. Welcome.
Koumas has come all the way back. Leaves it for Seko again. Seko just outside the Stoke.
Cheers for the subscriber, thank you.
Playing it back to the goalkeeper.
Geordie Groundwater, hello, just logged on. You'd be wishing you logged off.
It's driven on up through the middle by Johansson. All the way back up through to Simon Moore at the other end. He plays it out now, passes it out.
Dan says the Stoke keeper was brilliant last time we met them.
Foot on the ball, taps it back to Simon Moore. And it's all got a bit pedestrian, hasn't it, the game?
Yeah.
As the ball over Hume's head into the hands of Mark Robbins, and Ender Stevens will take this throw, but there's a pause while Seko ties his shoelaces.
Strange atmosphere today, very strange atmosphere.
And Stevens then, signed from Sheffield United in 2023, having spent 6 years there. Wilmot at the back, Rigg.
Pituk says, I'm surprised, totally says I'm surprised for 15th in the Championship. It's probably for our losses though. Come back in the Championship hopefully, but this is a trophy game. Stoke, by the way. Stoke's keep it solid, says William. You will climb up this table totally with Robbins in charge. You've got a proper little gem of a manager there. Like,
looking for Jones, who gets pushed in the back.
It's the same as the Carabao Cup SJ. We weren't bothered about that, were we?
So Jones will take the free kick. Back to Dan Neil across.
I would say there's about 15,000 at the stadium like today, Jan, by looking at the ground. The north stand's totally empty. The bottom bowl, the upper bowl has about 350 Stoke fans.
He'll get it back again from Harrison Jones. Now Sheesh works a little bit of space. Plays it behind himself to
306 people in the chat, 310 now, thank you.
And then down the touchline to Elise.
Robbins is a top manager. Totally cool. This is apparently G is our top 10 in the best keepers in England.
Getting a proliferation of seagulls here at the moment. I don't know whether they feel because the stadium's half empty that it means it's time for them. As the ball with Cannon. Stevens.
Robbins is playing full strength, definitely. But he wants to get off to a good start, doesn't he?
Corner of the Sunderland penalty area. Stevens on the overlap, rolls the ball into the box, cleared by Neil, out to Mienda, runs into Seko, and Seko plays the ball back to Wilmot. And Sunderland largely second best at the moment to the ball. Back to Phillips in the centre circle, to Wilmot again. Wilmot now put on the ball.
How many Victor Johansson, Stoke's keeper, is top 10 best keepers in England?
Sheesh in front of him, back to Phillips, back to Wilmot here. And Rigg goes to close him down. He taps it back to Johansson. He kicks up over the halfway line, and it's picked up by Dan Neil. Stabs it onto Ashish. She's come back onto halfway, and Ashish just left of the centre circle, wide to Elise. Elise now looking for the run of Jones, down towards the corner of the penalty area. Good ball played in, but cut out by Wilmot in front of Connolly.
Peter says, don't fancy going to the Stadium of Light in this weather for a cup game. I'm not surprised it's a low turnout. Yeah, I know, I totally get you.
Jones behind him. And Jones now back again to Dan Neil, out to Connolly on the Ashish on the left, trying to swing it in for Connolly. It's been blocked and it's come out.
Michael Brumwell says, I'm not bothered about losing. Better than playing 5 plus 10 more cup games, keep the squad for the league. Yeah, there's too much at stake for promotion. It's as simple as that.
Again, stabbed out by Trey Hume. And
because you'll only get knocked out in the FA Cup when you eventually meet the big boys, because I mean the gulf between the Premier League and the Championship's just massive, isn't it? You've got no chance.
Stoke City in their all black.
I mean, Liverpool against Accrington Stanley, I mean, it was laughable that today. You know, it's just never going to be anything but a Liverpool win. Bournemouth 0, West Brom 1.
Moran went to kick the ball away.
So good that not one Prem team wants him, says.
Cuts in on the left.
He's playing on his left.
How is Harrison Jones doing so far? He's the only rookie in that starting lineup, if I remember correctly, says Dan.
Harrison Jones pushed again by Seko, but the referee's let that go. Berger in the
not doing too bad, but
Dan Neil, the ball rolls to Seko, Chamado and Seko.
There's not much to report from any Sunderland player at the minute.
Back to Wilmot in the centre circle, and Wilmot short pass to Phillips. Phillips wide then to Moran. Both Moran and Kumas hugging the touchlines, aren't they?
Yeah, they're making the pitch big.
They are.
Wide.
Here's Baker.
Keeping the width.
Chamado wanting it down that right wing. Down to the edge of the penalty area, playing it in, and Berger miskicked it. Cannon was with him. It's come through to Kumas at the edge of the area. Tries a cross. It's blocked by Mienda, and Kumas still has it. Comes back out and plays it to Seko. Seko now to Wilmot in the centre circle for Stoke City, who lead 1-0 in the 21st minute. And Sunderland really yet to throw a punch actually at Stoke.
You've got to say that Stoke are dominating the game.
They are,
you know.
And here's Phillips again, lifting one up, looking for Cannon. And Gjelder and O'Nien in danger of getting themselves mixed up there, but they managed to.
I suspect that if the early rounds, Michael Atkinson says
it's a free kick again to Sunderland for the foul on Harrison Jones.
Of the cup competitions don't excite the public, then I'd imagine it's the same with the players. No intensity would only change if we got beyond round 4. Yeah, of course it does. Jones getting pushed about, expected it. Gooley, he says, how are you watching the game? It's just on, if you've got one of the sticks, you find one of the channels, but the stream's gone off at the minute.
The FA Cup scores at half time, of course. Lots of kickoffs at different times.
Buffering.
Not many kicking off at 3 o'clock. Here's Hume, finds Connolly in the penalty area, is on the shoulder of Wilmot. Now Mienda on the goal line, rolls the ball into the box. I don't think he quite intended that. Connolly an air kick, the ball played out to Kumas. Cut out now by Dan Neil on this right hand side, inside to Rigg.
Michael Brumwell, yeah, we are right. It's not like winning the Champions League. No. Tony Emerson, Leicester 4, QPR 2.
Chris Rigg.
I wouldn't be surprised if we even get a player sent off.
Spoken to him earlier on, and now he's said that's okay. That's no more.
Now he just goes to see that he's off the pace at the present moment. Chris Rigg,
he's just back from injury.
He's just back from injury. He went flying in on the edge of the box, and that's where the referee gave him a warning. And he's just caught Seko there. He's picked up a yellow card, and what you don't want is him getting another
one. I know.
So that's something which Reginald Brees will be looking at and thinking, what do? Do you take him out of there?
The yellow cards are competition specific in terms of the wider picture, so it doesn't affect anything in the league. because in the league he's on 6.
Leicester 4 QPR 2. USMC says we kind of have a crappy squad for this match, not the A team with Job and Isidore.
He's banned. Yes, he misses the game on Friday. Yeah.
Well, there we go. He misses the game on Friday, so this is why these FA Cup games are just so damaging for the league, aren't they? I would take Rig off, to be honest with you. I would just take him off. It's as simple as that.
Now out to Mayenda. Mayenda on the break. He's going to cut inside. Mayenda's still going. He's taking on the defender and then gives the ball straight to Baker. He tried to slip it inside, but went straight to Lewis Baker, who gets it back now here on the left of the Stoke penalty area. Plays it back to the goalkeeper, who plays it back out to Baker on the left, and Stevens on the touchline. Stevens whips it away to Kumas. Back behind him is Berger, but it's won back by Sunderland. It's with Neil. Neil to Jones, just behind him, and across to Elise. Down the left again to Aushish. Back to Hjelde, forwards to Harrison Jones, and Jones to Aushish again. Elise ahead of him down the line, looking for Connolly in the penalty area, but Phillips has gone across the face of him. But then Elise flies in and gets the ball back into the penalty area, but nobody there. Johansson scoops the ball up for Stoke City.
Job isn't playing. No, he's not. Dan, Joel, what formation is used today? I mean, the 3 central midfielders, perhaps 4-3-3 with a 6 and 2 8s, or 2 6-8s and a 10. Possibly more like a 4-4-2. SJ says they'll be targeting Rig now. Of course they will. Like I said, it's not worth him playing for today. Take Rig off. Take him off. He's been injured and now he's fit, and then we still can't play him for the next game. I mean, honest to God, you couldn't make it up, could you? Only the Sunderland way. Sunderland will come alive second half, says Janet. Chelsea nil, Morecambe nil, says Tony. If it's a draw, if there's any replays, no, there's no replays. Straight to penalties.
Sunderland's first corner.
Straight to penalties.
26th minute. This first corner at the Roker end in the southeast corner. Ball on the pitch. Ashish knocks that one off. Hume's gone down to take the corner on the left.
The fire stick is very iffy at the minute. There's loads of the matches just buffering at the moment. I did have the game on, but it's just not available at the minute. And you often get this problem
Neil plays it back to Simon Moore
when it's FA Cup games.
BBC Radio Newcastle, BBC Sounds, Sunderland 0, Stoke City 1. Full commentary tomorrow afternoon of Newcastle United against Bromley.
It was on, but it's just gone off. I found it on again now. Here we go.
Wide on the right,
350 watching. Thank you.
Dan Neil in the middle, and Neil
Cristobal. Hello, says, why are you all sitting watching it on YouTube? He says, get yourselves to the match, man. It's a shocking turnout, embarrassing. If I was in the UK, I'd be there, says Crystal.
And Leo Hjelde on the halfway line taps it inside to Dan Neil. I can
see where Crystal's saying. I mean, it's not just Sunderland, it's be literally every other tie. Like I say, there was only 6,000 at Sheffield United midweek.
Phillips clears in the D from Connolly, out for a throw to Sunderland in their own half by a few yards. And Hjelde. Dan Yule says, I love Mayenda. Simon Moore.
Pacey, good off the ball movement, young, great potential, underrated. People are too hard on him. Richard Newton, hello to you, says hello from Kuwait. It's better to go out in this round where there's a chance of promotion. It's a distraction and possible of injuries to players. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Richard. And if you've just joined Richard, Chris Rigsby, if he gets
closed down by Baker, plays it out again to O'Neill.
Another booking or so, he misses Friday's game, and this is why I'm saying the FA Cup massively interferes if you're wanting to get up.
Out to the left to Aushish, into his path, down the left edge of the penalty area. Aushish into the penalty area, tries a shot, and Johansson snatches it away from Connolly.
I don't think we've had a shot on goal, to be honest with you.
Great ball out
Some
by
of us are working right now, mate, or else I would be there,
He's
says
gone with the
Pete. Well,
outside of
I
his boot.
used to go to every
When it
game,
comes
especially
off,
Roker Park.
fantastic. When it doesn't,
I'm
you
at
think
home
it
with my kids,
in a
and
great
plus
position.
I've got my
Make
YouTube
sure
channel, and I
of that pass.
create this content for everybody, so...
So 1-0 still to Stoke City.
not all of us get weekends
Penalty
off,
after 4 minutes.
says Pete. George Neal, which channel is this on? Look on the stick, it's
And Stevens plays it back to Wilmot.
on a few of the channels, ESPN, Opus.
Back to Johansson again, the 26-year-old.
Chris Doble says, mine Stoke haven't brought anyone, have they? They have brought around 350 odd fans from the Midlands. They have. They're in the upper bowl.
Harrison Jones, Baker on his shoulder. Played out. Ashish back to Elise. Back again to Simon Moore. Out again.
There's
Elise.
about 15 minutes left. Extra time and penalty, says Paul it is. But of course we've got to equalise first for that. Tony Emerson says it's not worth £150 to get subs on and try and win.
He's lost it.
Is it not worth, he says.
Into the middle, good ball to Connolly. Ashish making a run through the middle. Connolly still going through the centre himself, and then is tackled in the D's, tripped by Seko, who I think he must be walking a bit of a...
Cards don't count towards the league in this, only the cup competition. Yeah, because it's said on the commentators here, I think Barnsley said he'll miss Friday.
Chamado it was who brought him down, actually, rather
So I don't know whether if he realises that or not. I don't know.
Line of the D on the left of it.
But reds do count, says SJ. Is that what it is? So if he does get a red card, he will miss the Friday's match.
It's 22 yards out. The referee's got the wall just
so is it worth keeping Rig on for an FA Cup game
goes to join it with Harrison Jones
to risk a potentially good player missing on Friday?
Stoke leading
cannot hit the wall.
Now Sheesh has left it for Connolly, who tried to chip it up over the wall, but it's come off on the wall and it is headed tamely.
Trevor Coleman says 13 and 13,000 in the crowd approximately. I would say it's around about 13 to 15.
In the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, tame. Nothing in it. No conviction. You know, you look at the free kick. You've got to put something behind it.
It's like the players just can't wait to get this fixture out the road.
And then upfield, he rolls it into the D, actually, Johansson.
So their players make the dodgy tackles now given. Well, there's a surprise, I know. Mike Whittle says yellow. Piet says fair play to the 350 Stoke fans making the journey in this weather. Totally agree. Tony Branley says we should be bothered about FA Cup. It's a major trophy. It's massive. It's a massive trophy, Tommy.
From halfway to Baker. Stoke City, he's still got it, lays it off to Phillips.
Just the way things are, especially for the Championship clubs wanting to get promoted. The priority is getting up into the Premier League.
They were trying to get the ball through Baker to Berger, who would have been away, but it's cut out by 09, and Kumas has it on the left here now for Stoke, taking on Hume in the penalty area, crosses. It's cleared. It's
Champions League's really killed the FA Cup, especially for the big teams and the TV revenues and stuff.
On to Moran, it comes back to Seko again in the middle.
Jeff Bladen says the FA Cup has been absolutely destroyed over the years, mainly by the same idiots that try to endorse its value on TV today.
It's going to come back at them on this left-hand side again. Moran to Baker, Kumas calling.
Look, it's evidence how little the FA Cup means to just everybody nearly. I mean, they're putting games on a Thursday night, Sheffield United. I mean,
Moran just threading it through. Chamado's a little bit behind the pace.
The way they make the kick-off, 5:15 on a Saturday. I mean, I remember when it was FA Cup Grandstand on BBC One, and it used to start like 11:30 in the morning, and it used to go right through till 6 o'clock. FA Cup Grandstand, and it was a massive occasion. Not on anymore. It gets brushed aside. It gets put on the back burner. 4:45 kick-off. It's a shame.
O'Nien, as they work up to the halfway line. Short pass through the middle to Hume.
Nil shots on target. Stoke 1 on target from the spot, I think. William Babbitt says Stoke were very physical in our last meeting. They targeted Tanaka and the ref was weak. Are they playing dirty today? They're not playing too dirty, but they are getting the rub of the green from the refs. Geordie Groundwater says conservative, if I may Bieber, I don't care about your yellow cards and complaints about the FA Cup. I don't care if we go out in the quarter-finals against Liverpool. I want to win and go forwards. I always want my team to win. Of course I do. And I keep saying, like, about the FA Cup, but I'd rather us win today than lose it. But what I'm saying is, if we lost it today, I'm not going to be as gutted as if I would be if this was a league game. But of course I want us to win. Every game. Friendlies I want us to win.
Kumas down the left of the penalty area, and he gets a ball across the 6-yard box.
SJ says, look at the team we've put out. Look at how they're playing. There's no intensity. They're not bothered. Paul Dale says, Chelsea missed a penalty against Morecambe.
You're looking at the team at the present moment, Nick, and you just look at, okay, Connolly, he's not the biggest, but an out-and-out striker, so he's not going to win headers in the air.
Connolly's going to be gone in January, like.
You can see he's not comfortable.
No, I wondered whether he wants to go in the middle.
He wants to go in the middle. That's where he wants to play. That's where he wants to play. He wants to play down the middle.
Packer says, I thought this would have been in the television. I thought, seeing that. No, it's not. Janet says, Regis will give them a heck at half-time. Peter Griffin says, watching Sheffield United look like they were purposely went out. Well, I know it does.
Berger, what a ball in here to Moran in the penalty area, looking for Baker. Great challenge by Luke O'Nien, because they left themselves really exposed then, Sunderland. They were wide open.
Tony says, why don't we want to progress? It's mega money, let's face it, we need it, says Tony.
Got away with one there, I think.
As I said, 150,000 at stake if we win.
Jones trying to get away on the left here now. He runs into Moran. He's still trying to win the ball from the floor, but it's with Chamado, and Sheesh is on his shoulder. Chamado is holding him off. Sheesh.
God, we're 6 and 7s at the back, aren't we? Oh yeah, I'll blame Donald Trump for the FA Cup to crime here.
Secco back to Baker again.
Peter Tux says the FA Cup is a massive trophy, but promotion to the Prem is a bigger prize in the modern game. Oh, that's what everybody wants, isn't it?
They feel as though they can get a second goal.
I hope that Samad is able to play at least half an hour today. Would be interesting to see him. Yeah, I know. Says Dan, SJ says we're treating this like a fitness game. Stoke are treating this like a semi-final. Bournemouth 2, West Brom 1, says Tony. And Dan says, and hope Ogunsui gets a good outing today as well. I do think we'll see a better second half, mind. Well, I'm hoping to. Triantis with an excellent goal for Hibs, says Alan Gibbon. They are playing. He's playing well, Triantis, like.
The cross hooked out to the penalty area by Hume, straight though to Lewis Baker, and Baker.
Watching from a noisy bar in Cape Town. Hello everybody in Cape Town. Hello to Simon, where local team Stormers beat Sale 40-0 in the rugby today. Glad you said rugby.
Saw Stoke.
Regardless of the competition, nobody ever wants to lose. No, they don't, William. Connor said Sunderland lost. They haven't lost, Connor. It's 1-0 at the minute. We're losing. Peter Roberts says, thanks for your service, but could we listen more to the commentary and slightly less from yourself?
Dan Neil through the middle, out to Al-Shish on the left-hand side, Chamado in front of it at the corner of the penalty area.
Well, I'm afraid I can't do that, Peter, because of copyright reasons. I can't just sit here and not say a word and just let the commentary play. That would be naughty, unless I get 100% clearance that I'm allowed to do it. So it's classed as a watch-along and a match commentary. So it wouldn't be very good just me sitting here not saying anything and just letting the commentary play. Plus, a lot of people like the banter and I like the interaction, having a crack on with people in the chat.
Goal kick from the Roker end, all the players over on this near side.
Are we 50 minutes behind live feed, Connor, says SJ. What channel are we watching it on? It's on the stick, Arva. Just have a look around on there. Who would you bring on at half time? Who would you take off? Said Pitux.
Into midfield.
Yes, I think there'd be quite a few. I'd fetch half of the squad off at least. I blame Liz Truss, says Trevor.
Nobody in the director's box this afternoon.
Hello, Jeff. How are you doing?
Up here on the right.
Is that our first shot on target? I think it is, SJ.
Inside his own half. Over the top through the middle. Looking for Ashish. It will run through though to Victor Johansson. Norwich 0, Brighton 1. Brighton who were victors over Stoke last year.
Norwich 0, Brighton 1, says Tony. Dan says, cheers for keeping us updated. Much love from Adu Dubai. Welcome, Dan. Connor says, come on, Stoke City. Stuart Arthur says, I like the interaction. Cheers, Stuart. Macam on a mission says, Davey's just been kicked out the stadium like for bashing 22 Stoke fans and thrown 4 over the north stand. The banter was good. Good for you, Cabby, says ALS. Cheers. Tony Emerson says, we love you, Cabby, we too. Cheers, Tony. Rooster, do you know him like? Says Jeff. And Simon the Imp says, it's on Opus 4 plus live football.
It doesn't, well, I don't think it feels like anything at the minute because Sunderland just not in it.
They're not in it.
So here now is Hume to 09 again. And then across to Hjelde on the left, and wide is...
It's been an awful game, mind. It's been an awful game.
Sheesh goes back to Hjelde. Hjelde.
Thanks for the 3 subscribers. Thank you.
Cannon in front of him, slips it inside.
God, I'm on 3,478. If I can get to 3,500 subscribers, that would be fantastic.
Who hooks it into the penalty area, but Phillips will head it out. It'll bounce in front of Elise.
Stephen Lane says, Macam Cabby man, 24/7. Nice to hear your Dorset tones again. Hope your family are well. We all know promotion is the main agenda, but the cup run is a great booster. Anyway, we play Stoke very soon, says Stephen. Well, cheers for popping in, mate. Is Sunderland's new signing playing? Can't recall his name.
Half time, Stoke leading since the 4th minute, that penalty.
Enzo Lafay. No, he's not playing today. I meant Brain, but I got mixed up. Be nice, says Jeff. Really, says talk away, buddy. Cheers, really. Forest 1, Luton 0, who have just sacked their manager. Or their manager's left, hasn't he? Paul says, yeah, Forest 1-0. Dougie says, hi, Cabby. Hello, Dougie. And 101 likes. Thank you.
He's got a bit left. He tries with his left foot. Straight at the goalkeeper.
Unlucky.
That's a save.
Yeah, and that's where he wants to be, doesn't he?
Thanks for the 3 subscribers. Thank you. Off to ER to watch our idiots. Big up, Cabby. Catch you later. Enjoy, Fernie, mate. Thanks for popping in. You're always welcome on here, mate. And keep warm. Thanks, pal.
First shot on target.
Chelsea 1, Morecambe 0. Says Tony.
Nottingham Forest 1, Luton 0.
Alan Brown says, I love the banter, Cabby. I can concentrate on the commentary and your banter, need bother. From a very cold snowy Ontario, Canada. Welcome, Alan. Thanks very much for your positive comments, mate. William Babbitt says, hit the subscribe and buttons, folks. It really helps with the algorithms and costs nothing. Cheers, William.
Forwards again to Jones. Jones up onto the halfway line on the left.
Yeah, of course, SJ. This is going to end up being our first defeat at home at this rate.
Comes down off Wilmot into the path of Rigg. Out wide now on the touchline with Kumas. And Rigg trying to hold off Kumas and through the legs of Stevens, and then Kumas bowls him down, and it's a free kick to Sunderland on the right of the penalty area.
Excellent play by Chris Rigg.
Lovely play from Rigg through the legs of the defender, and then Kumas just went.
Tommy Branny, 15,000 fans, shocking, and we're a big club. It's just the FA Cup, isn't it?
Area in the touchline. Good time to score, to get back in it, to readdress where you go from here. Work the keeper. One in the wall.
Jeff says, enjoy the Roker Park vids last night, Stu. Those who haven't watched it, worth a watch. Thanks, Jeff. I enjoyed it with Davey. It was good.
Right hand side. There's red and white stripes. Curls this in, and it's headed by 09 over the bar.
You got to put that down.
A free header, but it was a half chance, wasn't it? He could have kept that down. I think Johansson was beaten, but he couldn't. And that chance goes begging.
Chris White's going 3-1 Sunderland. Not the best game so far, says Dougie. Final score predictions. Oh, I don't know.
Sunderland 0, Stoke City 1, 43rd minute.
The way we're going, we'll be getting beat 2 now. It just depends on the attitude of the Sunderland players. Paul Dale, thank you mate, very much, mate, for becoming a member of the channel. Much appreciated, mate. Thanks very much.
Left hand side, Berger keeping it inside. Now Baker in the middle, runs into Elise. Back to second.
Phil Beckett says Stoke making us look silly. They have the right attitude and actually playing to win. The FA Cup is a competition they won't win either, but they are taking the game seriously. As I say, Phil, £150,000 at stake if you win this tie today.
To Wilmot. Wilmot.
And if the players aren't bothered about it, well, at least think of the fans who's turned up.
To Chamado.
Cheers, Paul Dale. Thanks, pal.
Ashley Phillips, 2 minutes of the 45 left. Here with Wilmot. And Wilmot now driving it on over.
Suddenly need to wake up, says Lacey. Colin Major says, Cabby, next time Davies on, get him to shout Flash Gordon's alive. I think he's got the voice like Brian Blessed. Oh, certainly will. That was my favourite film as well, Flash Gordon. When I was little.
To Moran. Chamado wants it played through.
Their manager wants a good start. He's a good manager, Robbins, like. I'd say Coventry made a massive mistake getting rid of Robbins as far as I'm concerned. Tony Emerson, we will make subs. Answers on the postcards, please. We will make subs, I think. Half the team, I think, will get changed. Trevor is on the live. Davey is alive, says Janet. Live what, Jeff? Trevor. Jeff says more fans see a third round cup game as a chore as opposed to downtime and relaxation. Obviously, depending on the draw.
Don't think Meander knew much about it, in fairness.
He didn't.
I mean, yes, I mean, no disrespect to Stoke, but it's not a tasty tie, is it? I mean, did you go, oh, get in, we've got Stoke when it got announced? I mean, when we played Newcastle last season, the stadium was full, wasn't it? But anybody went, oh, get in at Stoke, is it? No disrespect, but it's not like a really juicy tie, is it?
As it comes forwards, kicks this up over the halfway line. And up goes
Macam on a mission says third round falls early January after Xmas and people struggle with money so far. Yeah, that is another thing. I'm just going to answer the phone. My wife's on the phone here. Hold on.
Stoke penalty area and the goalkeeper passing it out to Phillips. Last minute. How much time will get out of it on? Hopefully only a minute. As the ball, not wishing tempt fate in any sense, but there you are.
I take it you're not enjoying this one.
I'm not enjoying it. It's not. Yeah, well, 1 minute. There we go. There's a revelation. And here's O'Nien on to Rigg and out to Hume on this right-hand side. On to Meander again. And how long have we got? We've got 45 seconds. As the ball with Meander in the penalty area. Stevens gets it, digs it out from underneath his feet, wins a free kick. Shirt tugging, I think, is what Elliot Bell has said. 30 seconds left. Stoke leading 1-0. I think the summing up's going to be short, isn't it, at the end of the half? There's not much to sum up.
Question is, will he make changes at half-time?
No. Just doesn't, does he? Although I wonder if Salis might get an opportunity.
Because we need some injection of life somewhere.
Needs to, it needs something. And now here's the kick from Johansson down the left. That's the minute played. We're getting extra value for money here. We've got an extra 5 seconds of the first half. The half-time whistle blown. Stoke are going to go in leading 1-0, and I guess the manner of the penalty is sort of indicative of the manner of Sunderland this afternoon. They've just been dishevelled, haven't they?
Yeah.
Well, I'm off to get a cup of tea now, and we'll catch you in the second half. Keith Lupton, I'm in Australia. Hello, Keith, how are you? We don't get news about SFC all day, every day. I probably learn more from the banter than I do from the commentary. Keep up the good work, Cabby. Much appreciated. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks very much. So, yeah, I'm going to get a cup of tea and a bit of refreshments. Let's hope for a better second half. Let's put it this way. It can't get any worse, can it? See you in a bit.
Stoke now scores again. Right down the middle. Simon Moore dived to his right. Cannon buries it, and Stoke lead in the 4th minute now.
Total Sport North East.
The FA Cup.
BBC Radio Newcastle.
So it was so one-sided in the first half. I was about to say only Stoke have turned up for the second half, but Sunderland now emerging from the tunnel. Stoke have been out for a good minute, but no changes to either.
Bloody, it's annoying when they comes out with the music. Back in 2 seconds.
To knock the ball forwards, but headed away to Elise by O'Nien, and then swept up for Connolly to try and get on the end of.
Offside.
But he's offside. And so a free kick which the Swedish goalkeeper will take. Victor Johansson, in fact, leaves it for Phillips to take the kick. The Tottenham Hotspur loanee, he's on the ball again here with Connolly on his shoulder, trying to put him off, but the ball has been cleared and it's come to Elise, who leaves it for Aushish. He tries to hook it down the left of the penalty area. Elise's done well here to get into the penalty area, comes back out there, the clearance right over the head of Rigg, who was going to try a donkey kick, and he's missed it completely, and it's gone all the way back into the Sunderland half and back up to Simon Moore, who's closed down by Kumas very quickly, and he had to be sharp there, Moore, in getting the ball away. Chamado's run onto this, down the right of the penalty area, pulls it back into the 6-yard box where it's blocked by O'Nien, who's pushed it straight to Moran on the right of the penalty area, who's put it back out into midfield to Secco to cross, and a header wide by Baker, and no wonder he's got his head in his hands. I think he knows he should have done better.
He should have scored.
Should have scored.
At least get it on target.
Yeah. Bournemouth 4, West Brom 1, but that was a good opportunity again, spurned by Stoke City. I think he knows it, Baker, as well. Time to be a little bit more accurate with that header. Bit behind him, but not much. Moore taps the ball out here to Hjelde. It's kicked up to Aushish, who's trying to flick it on with his forehead.
How are you doing, folks?
Chamado's down on his knees here, not quite sure what happened to
Have I missed anything? Are we 3-1 up yet?
But he's kneeling, crouched on halfway here. The referee, Elliot Bell, in his light blue tops, come across to see how.
Have we made any changes, folks, on the chat today?
He's a powerful defender.
He's strong, isn't he?
Fullback, likes to get forward.
I like him, like what I've seen him in the 3 games. Powerful. As you say, he likes to get forward, doesn't he? Capped twice by Cameroon. He's only 21 years old still, from a Colchester and Charlton defender. Here he is battling with Dan Neil. Neil's got the ball back to Aushish, back again to Elise on the left, and Elise back onto halfway, wide on the left to Hjelde, and Hjelde now looking to try and get the ball down the left of the penalty area again for Dan Neil, and it's hooked out by Phillips. in front of the swathe of
We'll turn it around, man.
Stand.
If it's not only the cup.
And Elise with this throw. 20 yards from the corner. Jones is down the left. Elise still looking for some.
I'm a Leeds fan, Jeff. One of my boys decided to be Man U. My son is a Man U fan. The other one's Man City.
Into midfield to Dan Neil.
Right.
Back then to Luke O'Nien, and O'Nien is going to play it to the right to Hume. Forwards then to Rigg, out to Mienda on the right hand side.
No changes, says Paul down.
It's cut out and brought out by Stevens.
Go on, Stoke, says Connor.
Played out to the left hand side.
Go on, SAFC, says SJ. It's rough, William, says Jeff. Joe D says go on, Stoke.
Comes back again to the halfway.
Stoke missing Peel is not the same since he left.
Phillips in the 50th minute. Played off Moran, back to Phillips, on to Secco. And Secco now to Baker and back to Phillips, to Moran again. Phillips across the back, Wilmot through to Berger, wide to Kumas, more than halfway inside the Sunderland half.
Cheers for the 4 subscribers. 120 likes on the channel as well, thank you.
The corner, says the
I've got to say, at times it's too easy for Stoke, isn't it? You know, the way they're moving the ball, they've got so much time, so much space. You know, and
we're just treating this like a friendly. Like, I'm watching it. We're just treating.
So
just treating this like a friendly.
Here on the right hand side, southwest corner at the Roker end, but when you look at the two stands, Roker end and East stand in isolation, they do look pretty full.
This is a special. My wife's a consultant for the one-to-one diet, and on a Monday, I'm planning on losing quite a lot of weight with the 15 stone I've put on over the last few months.
And Baker whips this in, headed out by Dan Neil. In fact,
SJ says he'll probably bring subs on when we go 2 down.
On this far side, on this right side. Back to Secco in the.
You bring the subs on now. Let's see what you can do.
On the left to Ender Stevens. He lifts one up towards the edge of the penalty area. Phillips has stayed up.
We need results in the league. What's your bread and butter? That's our bread and butter, says Gary Lee.
Into the back of the lower.
Subs at 70th minute, says Doug.
Roker end.
Am I doing the flare card, says Dougie.
Stoke in the.
I've been enjoying it, Trevor. It's not exactly a curly whirly, but it's not bad.
More with the kick.
I remember as a young lad, the FA Cup 3rd round draw was a major event. It was huge, wasn't it? Of course it was.
With the ball, it's like a challenge of Stevens, and Mienda cuts into the middle, lays it off to Elise. Mienda stayed through the middle, out to Al-Shish on the left-hand side. Lovely ball played down the left to Harrison Jones, tackled by Moran.
Jay Marno says, let's hope Sunderland get an early goal in the second half and a pen. Colin Robinson says, push-ups are the best way to get into shape. Aim for 100 a day. Unfortunately, it's the food and the amount of crap I put in my gut.
Harrison Jones.
Will you be disappointed, or do you think they'll be disappointed not going through to the next round?
Well, they're still in it in a minute.
Yes.
It's someone at half-time said, I want them, obviously when I'm watching them, I want them to win. But if I get home tonight and they've been knocked out, I won't be overly disappointed.
That's exactly what I said, Nick Barnes, earlier on.
How most people feel.
Libri does not make early substitutions, that's right, Ed. Hasn't been the same since the FA Cup since Sunderland won 73.
In the next round, if you do get knocked out, you think, oh, you know, we could have been away at wherever, and that would have been.
The Premier League and the Champions League's just totally killed the FA Cup, I'm afraid.
You're in the 5th round, you know. Ball back here now with Wilmot.
No changes for the second half, Pixel. No, I don't think there is.
Ashley Phillips again.
Ken Udell says, hi, are they afraid to cross the halfway line? You'd think so.
Secco, and then eventually passed out for a throw to Sunderland, which Elise will take.
1-0, George. Yep, it is.
Still in this sort of
Jeff says, it meant something then, Rico. We must be old wine and gits.
You know, they can up it through the gears.
They're playing within themselves.
Ed says, remember 73 well, was knee high to a grasshopper. I weren't even born then, I was born 75.
Phillips up towards Baker on halfway, but Neil wins it back with a header, gets it back again in the middle.
Jeff, you were too, yeah?
Then hooked away, cleared by Stevens. Yelder puts it forwards again to Al-Shish, back to O'Nien
Diet is the hard part, trust me. 100
takes us up
a
over
day
the halfway line, right side of the centre circle,
each.
onto
You'll
Rig,
see the
Rig out
difference.
to Hume on the far side.
I don't think
on
I
the
could
right.
manage 10
Hume
press-ups,
crosses,
never mind
tries
100.
into the penalty area, straight at Johansson though.
It would have to be in
And
blocks.
this bearded Swede dives onto the ball and makes
Colin.
the save.
You were 20, Jerry.
Now, Victor Johansson. Capped 7
Trevor
times
Coltman
by
says, bet you're
Sweden.
still eating Christmas sweets, Cabby. Oh, yes.
Very good keeper at this level, clearly.
Paul Dale, yeah, they're through the next round. Chelsea's
His kick.
they're comfortable now, aren't they? 2-0 up front.
On
We're
to
comfortable at 1-0.
Dan Neil.
Janet says, we have a
Rig.
point to make
And
against
now
Stoke.
Chelsea 2, Morecambe 0. Neil is dispossessed. It's run through to Moran. Moran has Kumas ahead of him down the left touchline. And Kumas tackled by Jones. Breaks for Rig. Rig's looking up here now. He needs some help. He's got Jones behind him. He's got Aushish to the left, but it's cut out by
It seems
Chamberlain.
no momentum, basically not
Baker,
interested.
who's
That's my
managed to get
opinion,
himself
Matt
a
Cabby
little
Man.
bit tied up
When
in
I'm
the
watching it on the screen here,
Gets the ball to Chamado, back to Phillips.
they're just treating this as a friendly match.
Runs it away
Seriously.
from Aushish to Wilmot. And Wilmot kicks clear. In the 55th minute, there's still Sunderland 0, Stoke City 1. Live here on BBC Radio Newcastle and BBC Sounds. And now with Lewis Baker again in the all black.
And it's still all
City
Stoke.
at the back of the centre circle. Tap back to Ashley Phillips.
I'm only on here, says Jord,
Ben
because
Wilmot.
Stoke haven't got it on in Gran Canaria. Owners are billionaires and can't put it on TV. Jordan, welcome to the channel, mate.
Back to Wilmot.
Welcome to the channel.
Sacco.
And you've got a good manager there.
And Sacco in the middle.
Best year with this
Baker.
team, we're not bothered about this
Baker
point.
looking to drive this down the right wing to Moran.
We're
Moran.
making then.
Chamado's calling for it, cut out by Elise.
Rico says, I do 100 push-ups before, with one arm before brekkie. He's a very dirty boy.
He's gone down, clutching his right shin. Berger has a shot just over the top.
You can do 10 sets of 10, the results is the same.
Elise can get some
Jeff,
attention
it's
now.
what you eat. Well, my consultant told me you don't lose weight by doing exercise. It's a small percentage.
Right English language for Ashish there.
It's about 97% percentage you lose weight
Yeah,
by
that's why he did.
reducing your
That's
calories and eating
what's
healthier.
led to that little exchange, which wasn't.
And that's what the
complimentary, I think
consultant
is
told
the
us.
best way to describe it. So Elise flat on his back at the moment.
You
getting
do
treatment
100
in the penalty
press-ups,
area.
and then you can go and get a McDonald's.
56
You've
minutes
totally
played, Sunderland 0, Stoke City
defeated the
1.
object.
Full
That's just what I've
commentary
been told.
Tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock build up, 3 o'clock kick-off at St James's Park between Newcastle United and Bromley.
Come on, you
Sport
Potters,
back
says
on
Player E.
Monday
Welcome
at
into the
6
channel.
when there'll be a dissection of both games.
Ed says Stoke in a black kit. They are.
It would be
Doug was 70 in 73. I was already married and had moved to Canada.
Not going to take any further part.
I think he'll be coming off.
Came off last week, of course, because he was ill.
1973. Ed says I got my pension for farthing per week. Come on, Black Cat, says SJ. Player E. Come on, Stoke, says Connor. Paul Campbell says, what an insignificant game of football.
In the dugout.
Push-ups in blocks of one cabby.
Between Pete Brand and
I'll try and do something.
it looks like they're calling for a stretcher, aren't they? I think
Trevor says, correct, cabby.
well, certainly they're readying a stretcher down
Ed
below.
Cullian says, cannon shooting like a
Elise
cannon.
is just sitting in the corner of the penalty area, and this is not looking very promising for him,
No.
which is this is a great shame for Adji Elise if this is in any way, shape or
Yeah,
form
Edgy Lisi, he's got his son on top over his
Zach
face
Johnson's
like that,
actually
and he's like,
warming up. I mean, I wonder if it's going to be Johnson. Yeah, Zach Johnson looks like the player who may well come on in place of
to me
Elise.
that looks to me like Edgy Lisi is going to be out for another few weeks by the look and the reaction. He looks as if he's sobbing in his t-shirt.
Kjelder would go to left back.
He's
wouldn't
sitting
he?
down and he's like
Zach
that, and I
Johnson
can
would go
see his head
into
doing that.
centre back.
That's what I can see. It's as if he knows
Zach
that
Johnson's going to come on.
it's a bad injury what he's got.
Well, this is a great shame for Elise.
We hope it's not too bad, but
he's been, he's just lifting himself onto the stretcher. Luke O'Nien is looking over. This is bad news for Adji Elise. He's lying out on the orange plastic.
Elise injured, wow, what a surprise. Didn't expect that from an injury-prone player. I wouldn't be surprised if he's out now till
Oh, that's unfortunate.
March, April.
applauded off.
It could be worse. You could be 1-0 down to Harrogate Town. I hate it when we play low league
He's
teams.
just been beset by one setback after another, isn't he?
Yeah.
Jack Reed, at least a goal back, being all Stoke. Yeah, Lafay injured by
Gooch is gonna
Scarf.
come on. So Gooch is going to come on.
Is Rusin coming on?
No, Alexic is coming on.
It looks bad for Elise here, like just by his body reactions and the way he's holding his hand over his head. He looks to be in a lot of pain.
So we're going to see a bit more of Alexic finally. And there's going to be a double switch for Stoke as well as Gooch coming.
Trevor says, I was at the Roker Park when they brought back the FA Cup. Back I recall the cup was so shiny.
Stevens coming off for Gooch.
Stevens says, if we were a non-league team, the players would be playing their guts out. Stoke wanted a lot more than we do, mate. We've got promotion on our minds. Stoke haven't, that's the difference. Unfortunately, but it's true.
So he gets his wish to play. Seko's the player coming off.
And a nice reception there from the Sunderland fans to Gucci.
Big smiles on the face of Lyndon Gooch as he finally comes on to play at the Stadium of Light again.
Zach Johnson, we've met him on the bench. We clearly don't care about this game. You reckon Bromley Cup upset tomorrow, Peter? Peter Griffin says, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Jack Reed looks bad, yeah. Cloughie advice would be take off Saunders, push 3 up front and let the graft run the midfield, says Gary. Collins says, have to feel for lads, so many bad injuries. Van Doffet's on the stick. Rigoff Alesic on. 6-0 to Newcastle tomorrow, says Jeff. The player knows Cabby, absolutely.
Taking up his position in midfield.
I just need 1 goal, says Douglas. Jack Gooch is on, yeah. Jeff says, lads had an absolute nightmare with injuries. Rico, I was 9 in 73. Remember it like it was yesterday. We got our first colour telly, 22 inch delivered in the morning. And the first ever colour programme I watched was the Wacky Races. My favourite programme, that was Mutley. Douglas Pereira says, I'm from Brazil.
Far side from Hume, who's won the ball but gives it straight to Phillips as he tried to find Connolly in the middle.
Mutley, do something!
Forwards to Sidibe. And Sidibe now.
Stoke's manager does his homework, a very good leader. He's a cracking manager, William.
Drives his up, looking for Moran.
Coventry City's made a big mistake, put it that way.
Penalty area. The overlap coming from Chamado down the right. He taps it back again behind him to Baker. Lewis Baker inside to Sidibe. And
I'm living in Carlisle, near Carlisle. I'm originally from Sunderland, Douglas.
Who's played it into no man's land. I mean, Connolly's going to have to work exceptionally hard not to get there, which he doesn't. And the throw is Stokes. Phillips takes.
Tarek Hamad, hello Tarek, says I'm from Egypt. I bet on Sunderland win today. If they do, it'll keep encourage them till the death. Come on, Sunderland. Wacky Races Mutley, says Trevor. Yeah, what a waste risking players of value, says John. Pie Telly, says Gary. And Sunderland just still don't seem to have any interest in this match at all.
Ball back to Johansson, the goalkeeper.
I just feel sorry for the fans out there.
To Wilmot, up towards Moran on the halfway line.
Come on, Sunderland, you're only playing Stoke City, says Barry. 26-inch Pie TV, good old days.
09 has gone. Oh no, there's 2 Sunderland players down.
Baker,
Gelder and Jones. I think Baker might get a booking for this. Yeah, Baker's booked.
Wacky Races was brilliant, Peter.
Say Johnson's in the middle, centre back.
William says, indeed, Cabby, what on earth were Coventry owners thinking?
Baker booked.
Oh yeah, they've replaced Robbins with Frank Lampard. I mean, how
Free kick will be back in the.
Dromedar picked up a yellow card as well.
Did he get a card then as well? Yeah. Did he say something? Did he? Take your word for it.
Zach Johnson on 99 at centre back.
Yeah, set it on the screen. Chamado booked as well.
Come on, man.
So 1-0 to Stoke. Gelder puts the ball down the left for Harrison Jones. It comes down to Aushish. Slips it in here now. Chance for Alexic.
Get in!
Runs through onto it.
Alexic, man.
Keeper and Sunderland have equalised in the 64th minute.
Oh, get in!
Well done,
the
Alexis.
Substitute.
He got there just in time to get his
Oh, get in, man.
And poke it past the goalkeeper.
Get in.
Nice ball played through by Sheesh.
Oh, lovely little goal. Lovely little goal,
Through
that.
the gap. Alexic ran through the middle and under.
And that's going to do
Johansson.
his confident a world of good, isn't it?
Sunderland are back in the game. 1-1.
Get in there.
Harrison Jones initially leaving it for Sheesh, who slipped it through.
There was a nice roar when that went in as well. Did you hear that?
Gooch, actually. Gooch is furious. Tried to get his foot through it, but Alexic's momentum carried him through, and it's Sunderland 1, Stoke City 1.
That was a nice finish.
Well, immediate impact from
I'm just
Stoke
watching this
City
again. I'll
1.
change the score in a minute. We
It's
battled
by
well, get the ball back.
substitution
Lovely ball for Bayoshish.
Lebris. Now they're on the break again here. Away down the left-hand side. Sheesh trying to get the ball down the left for Yelda. Yelda now, edge of the area. Is that too deep? The cross, he's trying to find Meander, headed away by Gooch.
You expect Meander to win
You would
that.
think he'd get that, wouldn't you? But it's been cleared for the moment. So now all to play for. 25 minutes or so left. Ball back with Dan Neil out to Meander, wide on the right hand side, inside again to Alexic, who's given the ball away. Gooch has intercepted it, and Wilmot clears it for Stoke up into the centre circle. O'Neill nods it down. Kjelda plays it out to Sheesh here. Sheesh slipping it through again to Jones down the left of the penalty area. Oh, good crossing from him, and the header from Alexic on the turn, trying to steer it towards the corner, straight at the goalkeeper.
Well done, Harrison Jones. Good strength, good delivery.
Alexic has been lively, hasn't he, since he came on? He's only been on a few minutes, but already making an impression. So Johansson with the ball at the edge of the area with a kick up into the Sunderland half. O'Neill heads it on. Sheesh.
Come on, Sunderland.
Down to Phillips.
Wow, 397 watching. Thank you very much. Click that thumbs up, click the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Thank you.
And now a throw to
Thanks for the subscriber.
Stoke on this right hand side.
Put him to the sword now, says Barry. Alessic playing well. Forgot there's a game on, says Rico. Any links to watch online? Try the stick, Tarek.
Inside to Wilmot.
Borman Stoke, says Jeff. Sunderland friends of SWFC.
Johansson.
This is the loving movement, says Western Soul.
Come back up into the Sunderland
Stoke
half.
commentary seems fed up.
Simon
Gutted,
Moore
hopeless
with
Potters can
more
retake the lead,
possession
says
from
player.
Sunderland.
Crowd have woken up, says William.
Stoke half.
Tony Bramley says change score. I've just changed the score. I was just looking at the replays there.
Bringing this over halfway. Still going, O'Neill. Still pushing on through the middle. Laying it off for Harrison Jones, who's just fell away. And his shot goes well off target.
You have to say Sunderland should really go on and win this now, shouldn't they?
Excellent run by Luke O'Neill. And that's one thing which we miss when he's not in the team, especially from the back when he brings that ball forward.
So Johansson's a goal kick for Stoke City. Mark Robbins is in
Yep, can do without extra time penalties.
Now. Reminder that if it's still 1-1 at full time, it'll be.
Thanks for the
extra
subscriber.
time.
Yeah, he didn't want extra
Never
time,
after
do you?
that, it's penalties.
How man.
I know you're looking forward to that, aren't you? This is what you're looking for. Nottingham Forest 2, Luton 0.
Trevor says keep trying the stick, cabby, but wife tells me to stop taking it off her winter veg. Class.
And throw
Goes to extra time if 1-1 at the final. It does.
back to
SJ says Meander loves missing sitters. Is Joe playing? I don't think he is on, no.
What a pass! Meander into the penalty area. Oh, he's put it wide. It wasn't the easiest of chances. It was on the right edge of the 6-yard box. The keeper closed him down. Tried to.
I think Meander's on the ratio, isn't he, where he needs 15 chances and then he gets a goal.
And Meander's touch was good, and he just lifted it. He tried to lift it over.
I still think there's something there for Meander, though.
not composed enough.
Oh,
Mayenda.
no. Hit the side netting again, didn't he? That's woke us up. My mum was convinced it was 1-0 Stoke till you changed it.
Could have a repeat of the Women's FA Cup draw.
Lovely touch by Mayenda. And the keeper came out, closed them down, made it difficult for him, and he put it into the side netting.
Ball drops here for Dan Neil.
Just keep going, Mayenda, keep going.
Free kick to Sunderland inside.
Job's going nowhere.
Sunderland half on the left. Yelder taps it to
MBCT Sports says, however, the lads from Pakistan win it for Davey, says John.
Not at the expense of Aji Elise, of course. The injury that's taken Elise off. He's carried off on a stretcher as the ball cleared.
Mayenda is raw, but has plenty going on from. Yeah, his touch for that goal he scored at the Stadium of Light was just superb.
Stoke.
Trevor Coleman says, makes me laugh when commentators say a player is doing well since he came on. Well, he could not do well before coming on, could he? Well, absolutely bang on to the point, Trevor. Where's Job going? To the toilet, says SJ.
Hjelde gets it back to Simon Moore in the 70th minute. 20 odd minutes of the 90 left. We'll have a good 3 or 4 minutes, I suspect, because of that injury.
He didn't want injury time, do
he? Meyenda's fouled on the far side. He crashes.
Second half.
Rolls around a
extra
bit,
time, should I say?
Rolls over, and Reading 0, Burnley 1 in the FA Cup. We're away to Burnley on Friday night. Turf Moor. Looking forward to that.
It's a bit nice and warm.
It'll be lovely, won't it? Up in the Pennines. And bearing in mind they've had a lot of snow in those parts.
Bring your skis.
All sorts. Ski poles. Meyenda's back up on his feet. The free kick is on the touchline on the right. Hume plays it right back to the edge of his own penalty area to Luke O'Nien. O'Nien now pushing on out here, up towards halfway. And Luke gets to halfway and finds Aushish in front of him, and then O'Nien back to Hjelde. O'Nien, Aushish. Little triangle on the left here, through to Aushish again. Out wide to the left to Jones. Aushish carried on his run. It's come back to Hjelde. Back again to O'Nien, with Johnson now pushing into the Stoke half. Out to Mayenda. Gooch in front of him. Mayenda cutting across the middle.
Hope we get through to give fringe players a chance, says Tommy. Getting sold in 2 weeks, you watch as Jeff. Mayenda could do with finishing coach Quinn Phillips. Richard Newton says, you're getting people from all over the world. Good show. Thanks, Richard. I'm amazed there's 377 watching the show today, the channel, for an FA Cup game.
Stoke City won.
A little bit more urgency from Sunderland now.
Burnley won. You meant, says Paul. Mags next round, anyone? Going to be a draw. Well, possibly after 90 minutes, but I can't finish a draw this.
Not leggy, but tired in the first half. But now here's Dan Neil again.
You didn't want another 30 minutes of this, do you?
He's been pulled back by Moran. Surely that's a yellow card for Moran. It is.
Get that second goal and put the draw to bed. Away, man.
So Elliot Bell. In the 72nd minute, brandishes the card.
Good drive there by Dan Neil.
Get the subs on, Regi, lad. Get the subs on.
And we're seeing the players now driving with the ball.
Cheers, Duns. Good support on here, Cabby. Thank you.
They're driving with the ball, striding forward. Dan Neil picking it up, striding forward with the ball.
A reminder, £115,000 await the winners in the third round.
Oh, it's 115.
The losers will get £25,000.
I thought it said 150.
Nice windfall.
It isn't bad, I suppose.
Hume then will take the.
No, we'll get another one, says Jennifer.
Side of midfield, halfway inside the Stoke half, whips it in with his right foot, looking for Aushish.
We should win this tie.
That far side of the penalty area, and now comes back out again.
Overtime is a way to penalise players for not performing in the first 90. Well, why didn't they get rid of the extra time and just gone straight to penalties? Mayenda just needs time, says Paul. I do agree. Wayne Jack Hayes, hello, says it's a 2-1 win, Cabby. I won 125k on Sunderland last season. Really, Wayne? Send some over here, mate.
He wants a rest.
If that's true, well, congratulations. Could do without a replay. Don't need any extra games if we're pushing for promotion. Durham Diver, there is no replays anymore in the FA Cup, mate. It just goes straight to extra time and penalties. 150 liking the channel now. Thank you.
We're in the 74th minute.
Be good to keep our unbeaten run this season, says Rico. Gooch will always get a good reception at Stadium Light. Of course he will, pick some.
Cannon's penalty in 4 minutes. Milan Alexic, the substitute, came on in the 59th.
Thanks for the other 2 subscribers. Thank you.
The equaliser for Sunderland.
14 more subscribers. I need to get to 3,500.
Johansson's having his left leg stretched. Chelsea 3
What's
more.
Watchtech? Hello.
In the FA Cup this afternoon, and
if it's true, buddy, 10 matches results, says Wayne. That's mad, that is, Wayne.
This afternoon, but,
who scored for Stoke? It was who else but Cannon. As the keeper's injured at the minute, he's stretching his legs out.
Substitution by Stoke.
Come on, man.
Bae-Jun Ho's going to come on. And also
shame about no replays. It's unlikely that we would have won in 73 without replays. I'm from Poland. Hello from Poland. Hello from the United Kingdom. We've got 408 in the channel now. Welcome.
Down on the touchline here. So Kumas is coming off. And the other player coming off.
No, you're welcome, Durham Diver.
Is going to be Tom Cannon. So that's literally a straight swap, isn't it? Yeah. Cannon, Brennis. Niall Ennis, 25 years old, signed from Blackburn. He only had a season there last season. Niall Ennis, former Wolves, Plymouth forward. On he comes. Mark Robbins having a look at him, going to freshen things up for the last quarter of an hour or so. Either of these teams want to take it into extra time, or they want to whip this out, get it wrapped up in the 90.
Can you say my little brother's name? It's his birthday. Hello, Liam. Happy birthday to Liam today. Hope you enjoy it. Have a great day. Jim Scott, 3:30 a.m. in Australia. They better win.
Right side of the penalty area. Bae-Jun Ho's got his foot on it, and surely that's a goal kick. There's a goal kick.
Lucky.
Norwich 0, Brighton 4. Bit of a romp going on at Carrow Road. Johansson's okay, he's back on his feet. And I think we're going to see Salis, I think. He's, yeah.
Salis, it'd be good to see Salis, isn't it?
Salis Samed.
Doing both, Tom.
Come on, for Jones, you think, wouldn't you? So, the enigma that is Salis is finally unveiled. We're going to see him. The Ghanaian. There's Connolly trying to get forwards here now. And
Rooster says, nice to see so many people on here from around the world.
Penalty area. He's
Thank you.
paused a moment in front of Chamado. He's going to try and play it back here to Hjelde. Hjelde now inside to Dan Neil. Neil trying to twist away from Sidibe. Gets about down to Aushish. Reading 1, Burnley 1. And Aushish now wide on the left again to Hjelde. Closed down by Chamado. He's trying to get round Chamado. Gets the ball in here, and Alexic's header straight into the hands of the goalkeeper.
Unlucky.
He's in there again, Alexic.
Yeah.
Colin Robinson says happy birthday, Liam. Wayne Jack here says 3-1 Sunderland, second goal, get on it, have to. Cabby, I forgot to tell you, bullying has stopped on my YouTube channel, thank goodness. That's great, Packer. Just keep going and just block the idiots. One more goal for Sunderland, please, says Tarek. How we looking? Sunderland are starting to be coming on top, Jord.
The kick from
starting to come on top. Brother, we all love football. England. Jones is off. Samed on.
Trying to stay warm.
We'll keep an eye on Samed. See how he does.
Onto the chest of Connolly, and then a foul on Jones.
Harrison. He just got to his feet and he got fouled again.
Yeah.
He'll never make a boxer.
He spent more time on the floor, I think, this afternoon. He's coming off now as well. Well, he'll have enjoyed his afternoon.
Should have kept the replays so small clubs can make money. That's the argument, Tommy, isn't it?
Off comes Harrison Jones then. Here's Salis.
And a big ironic cheer for
Giving him a handshake.
Samed coming on.
The pitch. Let's see what Salis can do.
It's too hot, Jim, to sleep. We can send you some of the cold weather from here.
Expecting.
He's had a decent game, Johns. Not too bad at all, Jack.
Chelsea 4, Morecambe 0. Here's Luke O'Nien. That's Salis in the middle. Played to Aushish.
Thanks for the subscriber. Thank you.
To Luke O'Nien. Here's Salis, his first touch. Taps it out to the left wing to Hjelde. Back inside to Neil. Forwards to Aushish. Then back to Hjelde. Salis is pointing to play it back.
Yeah, Jones has done all right. It is freezing,
Johnson
Jeff.
on the halfway line, and then down the right to Mayenda, who's trying to
434 people watching. Thanks everybody who's tuned in on this FA Cup day.
Back off to Mayenda, who's still going out to the left now to Aushish. Aushish towards the corner of the penalty area, slips it into the box. Mayenda's in there, but he's tackled by Phillips on the 6-yard line. The ball will run away towards the corner.
Packer Andrew says, right, Cabby, sorry I have to go. I'm going out, by the way. Sunderland's playing now. We will get another goal. Thanks for popping in, Packer. Enjoy the rest of your night, mate.
Sunderland, it's all been.
I loved your Roker Park story last night, Jeff. It was brilliant. We will be doing another Roker Park show because there's just hours and hours to talk about that, isn't there? We're desperate for left wingers to get back, says Wayne. Midwinter here for us, says Doug. I still think Sunderland still need another
10 minutes plus. We'll have some time.
inexperienced striker. Lots going through Adil. Keep it up, lad, says Colin.
Here at the Stadium of Light, live on BBC Radio Newcastle, BBC Sounds. Luke O'Nien plays the ball across to Zach Johnson. Johnson brings us up to the halfway line, into the
David Cockney Mackham, hello.
Wide on the right hand side again to Hume and back.
These are there for the taking now. Let's just come and finish the tie off, lads. How are?
O'Nien at the back.
There will still be the threat from Stoke.
Neil in the middle.
Thanks for the 2 subscribers. Thank you.
Leaves it for Aushish in the middle. Baker tried to tackle him, but he couldn't.
Give it him.
Aushish now. Salis behind him. Aushish is still going. Rolls it down to Hume. Back to Aushish just outside the penalty area, and he leaves it now for Alexic, who finds Salis, drives it into the penalty area.
Cheers, Dougie. Thanks, Stephen. See you later, Packer.
Ennis's head. Players went down, but no foul. Elliot Bell lets play go on, the referee, and it's come back now to Hjelde. Back again to
Jeff, love all the Roker Park stories. Memories, mate, says Pixel. Yeah, we will do a Roker Park show part 2 very soon. Plymouth are 1-0 up.
Flag goes up on Dan
says
Neal.
Mandy Gray. Rico says maybe the elite clubs could donate gate receipts or prize money to the smaller clubs. That's an option. Nice place. Doug says Jeff, if we win, can you show us the cup, please?
Connolly's just tying his boots
says
up.
Lacey Cairns.
And Baker will take the free kick, taps it back to Wilmot.
Shock Plymouth, says Paul. I know.
Now
I'm looking forward to watching the Roker Park stories. Can't beat Roker.
And,
Yeah, well, it's on the on my channel if you want to watch back on the programme we did last night. It's there in the playlist. Just look the Mackham, Cabby and Davy show.
Salis taps it over to the right wing. Hume down the right again. Alexic plays it all the way back to Johnson. Inside again, Luke O'Nien. O'Nien, a little flick by Neil to Salis, and Salis has just run into trouble on halfway, is fouled. Pulled down, free kick to Sunderland. Quickly taken. Back with Johnson, now Hume. Forwards to Alexic, lays it off to Mayenda on the right.
Stoke 4, Sunderland 1. Mark Rubbin subs himself on and scores a hat-trick. I'll give you the money myself, that happens, player E. Jim Scott says 21C here. 2 daft Sunderland supporting dogs on the bed don't help.
Connolly into the penalty area on his left foot. And a stretch from the keeper, but he catches the ball, makes the save fairly comfortably.
Yeah.
Milos says it's a Lesic, not a Lesic.
Take his shot. Didn't feel comfortable, did he?
Didn't. Plenty of time for Johansson to get down.
SIC.
To make that save. So Plymouth leading 1-0 somewhere. Brentford.
Sick.
Brentford 0.
I would change
1.
that. Someone put that in the channel. I copied the name.
Headed on by O'Nien. Plymouth, who have a new manager now, of course. Although I don't think he's in charge today. As Dan Neal, nice ball out to Mayenda, right corner of the penalty area in the box. He's trying to be forced out by Bejun Ho, who's got the ball off him. and now slips it to Sidibe, who loses it to Ashish, to Neil, back to Ashish, black shirts all around him, but he's
there
gone
we
through
go.
this and he's shot, and it's parried away by Johansson. Showed very good feet there.
Cheers, Milos. Away games memory show would be good, do one. Yeah, absolutely.
Back in through to Alexic, no ball played in. Connolly's shot blocked, and they'll come out for a throw on the left.
Isn't that raw, man?
Late flurry from Sunderland.
Should do a show where you were in 73. Should do a show where were you in 73. Well, I wasn't born, Colin, but yeah, we can certainly do that.
Neil back to Ashish.
It doesn't have to be about previews and this and that.
Here again, back to O'Neill.
You had Camillos.
To Zach Johnson.
Bit
down
more
the right-hand
passion,
side.
buddy. This is Sunderland,
And
says
Hume
Wayne.
inside to Salis. Alexic back out on the far
Didn't
side.
the Mags win an FA? Win the FA last time they were in the third round and did a lap of honour.
It's now with Hjelde on the left. Down the left wing again to Ashish. 1-1.
I was at
85th
Roker
minute.
when we beat Bolton
Back to
2-0. 50,000 crowd. I think there's a little bit less
Now
today,
with
Stephen.
Neil trying to slip it through to Mienda.
Who do you think is better, Port Vale or Stoke? Definitely Stoke.
Dan Neil's got the ball back though for Sunderland. Leaves it now for
Plymouth
Alexic,
leading
who
at
drives
Bradford,
it
the
down
yard.
the
Did anyone
right-hand
find a
side.
video
It'll come
for
back,
live
though,
stream
from
today? It's on somewhere.
Stoke up towards halfway.
Great to hear that, Ross, says Colin. It is.
Trying to get Ennis away through the middle, but
we need that second goal. Come on.
Gets in front of him. Fouled by Ennis, and it's a free kick wide on the left.
When 1-1 extra time. It is indeed. Watch check.
Back to Simon Moore.
I have lost
We've
hair and
sized
gained
the
stomach
crowd. There's a
since
pretty good
73.
atmosphere here.
There is an.
I think we all have, Doug.
Especially in the second half when Sunderland have stepped up the tempo, the intensity of the game. You know, they've started to dominate it.
Yeah, they've certainly dominated the second half. Ball played down the right again. Mienda trying to get away from Gooch. It's just nudged out, and it's a throw to Stoke City.
Yeah, Colin, I often talk to Davey, and we'll have a few ideas. 3,491 subscribers. Thank you. I just need 9 more subscribers to make 3,500. 500. Thank you very much.
Ashish, Connolly putting Phillips under pressure. Hjelde heads it in the air. Then Berger just goes through Dan Neil, right in front of the referee. And it's a free kick to Sunderland just inside the Stoke half. You can see Berger's breath condensing in the cold air.
Hello, Paul Heaven, just joined.
Free kick decision.
Playing a lot better, mate. We're on top. Any team that
Johnson in the centre circle.
should get that second
Onto
goal, it
Hume.
should be
Hume out
Sunderland.
wide to Mienda.
Dare I say that?
Mienda.
My clothes shrink the wardrobe, says Trevor. Good channel yours. Thanks, Watchdek, if that's I'm pronouncing your name, but thank you. Jack Reed, thumbs up. Paul Heaven, thumbs up. Come to Poland, says Watchdek. Doug B, have you noticed they don't make clothes as big these days? My clothes shrink in the wardrobe if I leave them for a while. Yeah, that's what I always say. It's not me getting bigger, it's the clothes shrinking. I've now got a 1-pack, Doug. Who needs 6 when 1 will do?
Moore has it again at the edge of the penalty area.
Thanks for the subscriber.
To the left, looking for
Moises Monteiro says, come on Sunderland, greetings from Portugal. Greetings to you, mate.
Ashish to his left, Ashish back to Hjelde on this near side, just inside the Stoke City half. Ashish again on the left. He's tapped it inside to Salis, back to Hjelde. Hjelde again is just inside the Stoke half. Forwards to Neil, out to Ashish again, inside to Neil, and back to Luke O'Neill as they try and engineer another.
It's a noisy stadium of light now. Come on, the fans want this. Suck the ball in the net. Chris Minton says, playing Scrabble on the internet while listening to your show. Just got 185 points. For evolving. Hope Sunderland can get a win. 146 here in Japan. Hello, Chris. Have a look back on the Roker Park show we did last night, mate. You'll I read your story out for you, and you'll be able to have a look back on that show, and you'll hear your story getting read out, mate. Thanks for sending that message, Chris. Doug B says, I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it's the fridge. Yeah.
So 1-1 it is. We're heading.
Jim Scott, remember my brother nearly headbutting the ceiling in the council house in Chesley Street when Porterfield scored. However, the lad says, Jack.
Stoke is waiting for everybody to get upfield.
It's now pitch black outside now, are you?
up towards Ennis. Comes off his shoulders, I think it'll drop for Zach Johnson. And Johnson plays it up to the halfway line. Miyenda, Gooch with him. Gooch manages to tackle him. He stops the ball on the line and plays it down the left for
Anne says my friend text couldn't find it, apparently not the sport.
The corner of the penalty area on the left.
I brought my mum's light shade. It was class.
Down the penalty area.
Is it extra time penalties? It is, Jeff. But do we really want extra time?
Out for a goal kick.
Oh no. But it looks like it's heading that way.
Comes out to take the.
I didn't fancy us in penalties, man.
Middle of his 6-yard line. Ollie kicks down the right.
Do not fancy us in penalties.
Looking for Hume, but Junho's won it ahead of him. Gooch is behind him. Gooch back in his own half to Wilmot. And then
Rolando listening in the car. Hello, Rolando.
But it goes straight through to
US says second goal, extra time penalty shootout after extra time. What's the bet? Why penalty?
Connolly now going to drive a shot, carried away by Johansson.
Don't want extra time. It looks like it's heading that way.
Straight at the keeper, though.
MB says your channel is a blessing for us overseas who can't find any stream for the games. You're welcome, MB. Aquila says Sunderland penalty. I don't think it is, Aquila. Rico, my favourite away game must be the playoffs against the Mags. Loved it. Player A says Sunderland 14, 7 shots on target. John Dussoud ran around in the back garden when Porterfield scored. They do have lights at the stadium. Says Jeff, 7 minutes at a time. Keep going, lads, it's coming. And Aquila says Sunderland penalty. I don't think there's any penalties.
Junho plays it back to Baker to clear. 7 minutes.
I think the fans just want the winning because they want to get home. They want to get home into the warm pubs and the houses, don't they?
Another 30 minutes. 1-1. Away comes Shelder over the halfway line, but plenty of time still to wrap this one up in added time.
7 minutes
here.
added on.
As the ball
Watchalong.
Bauschish into the penalty area, but away from Connolly and out behind for a goal kick to Stoke City. 6.5 minutes of them added. 7.
ELS, the channel is a blessing to we exiled evangelists down south.
Live here on
Even from ELS.
In the first 45 minutes, Coventry.
Come on, Sunderland, score now in the last 7.
With any urgency, did we? No. But now, second.
Found it on the stick, have you, John?
What a good team we are.
Yeah, changes made were effective.
Yeah.
Alexic coming on, scoring within 5 minutes. A lot brighter as well. As O'Neill heads this on.
I'll have to remember to spell his name right, Alexic. I'm just going to say it. Alec is sick.
Come through to
Alec is sick. S-I-C. That's how to spell it.
7 added on. Johnson. As Johnson through to Salis back here to the edge of his own penalty area.
Living overseas before the internet was a pain, says Doug. Oh God, yeah, I can imagine that.
Back inside to Luke O'Neill. Back to Johnson.
Thanks for the warm welcome again, Cabby. I'm going to scoot over to Joe for the build-up to our game. Hope you get a second before full-time. Thanks, William. Good luck today, mate. I always watch the Joe channel. I always pop in. He's a good lad. He often gives us a shout-out. Cheers for popping in, William, and enjoy it, mate. And say hello to Joe for me. Thanks. Was check. Tell me when the match is finished. I will do.
Miyenda to Salis, and now back all the way to O'Neill. Out wide to the left. Gelder over the halfway line. Sidibe in front of him. He leaves it.
Thanks for the 2 subscribers. 6 more subscribers to make 3,500 subscribers. Thank you, everyone.
It's flicked up over the top for Neil at the edge of the penalty area, but Phillips managed to stab
Jim
it
Scott,
away.
other than when the kids were born, I think it was the most thrilling thing ever. I think maybe I need to get out more.
Halfway inside their own half.
Could be 5 minutes time or another half hour.
7 added on before this goes to extra time.
Brandon says if Sunderland scores, I will be the man happier of the world. Of course, Brandon. James Cook, Cabby, love you to bits, but shush a little. Can barely hear the commentary. James, I can't risk it, mate, for copyright. I can't just be quiet and let the commentary play. Until I get 100% clearance that it's okay to do it. This is a watch-along and commentary, so I've got to talk over it. Because it would be naughty if I just didn't speak and it was just the commentary, I'm afraid.
Trying to get on the end of it, Sidibe putting it inside, Salis heading it on, and then Alexic trying to get it forward.
So sorry, James Cook, for that.
Ben Wilmot in the
My
centre
hands are
circle,
tied.
just
It's not me that
Gooch.
makes the rules up.
Gooch now with Mayenda in front of him, just plays
But
it
I will be
back
quiet
to
when
Wilmot.
things happen.
To the 4th minute,
You
15,744 today's attendance.
You spent a message right, mate. Ah, I have now.
The ball goes out again for another Stoke
Trevor, my
goal.
dad would let me go in
Away.
at 79 at the Rowell game.
They're
Alan Brown, yeah, in Canada, I had to walk around the back
Extra
garden
time.
to get the best BBC Sport commentary on Saturday mornings with shortwave radio. Happy days.
Then out on the left,
Before the internet, says Alan.
Lewis Baker bringing this forwards.
David Prest, I was 11 living at Bowburn, County Durham. I remember waiting on the A1 motorway for Sunderland FA Cup bus
Catches that fairly.
to Bowburn motorway, watching them win the cup. No problem, says James. Yeah, my apologies, mate. If it was me, I would, but I've just got to be careful until I find out what's going on. When I was in the Falklands, Radio 5 Live was a godsend, yeah.
Arctic temperatures.
Where are you in
Reading
Canada,
and
Alan?
Burnley's going to extra time. That's finished 1-1.
Thanks, Tommy.
And this is 1-1. We're in the 5th minute of the 7. Dan Neil out to Aushish on the left-hand side.
Thanks for the 2
Neil's
subscribers. I
carried on
just
his run.
need
Aushish
4 more
find
subscribers
a way
now to make
backwards
3,500.
to
Thank
Hjelde on
you.
halfway, and then O'Nien. And O'Nien in the centre circle, slipping it away to the right-hand side to Zach Johnson.
Stealth, hello mate, evening Cabby, hope you're well. Amazing to see how much your channel has grown. Well done and keep the good work up. Thank you, Stealth. No, thank you for everybody supporting it.
Alexic, cross is blocked by Wilmot. It'll be a throw, or Hume, sorry. Hume's cross blocked. A throw down in the corner on the right-hand side.
We'll get one more opportunity.
Well, there's 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
It looks like it's going in extra time, doesn't it?
Opportunity. Hume to
Are you
Alexic,
people in the
tries
chat
in the
confident
cross,
Sunderland will
Wilmot
win on
puts it away
penalties?
again.
It's a
Out
lottery, isn't
into
it?
midfield where Salis simply turns it out wide on that
Rico
right-hand
says if people
side.
want to listen to
And
the
it's
commentary,
played
not
back
Cabby,
by
listen to the
Alexic
radio.
Salis, and then back into the middle. Luke O'Nien in the centre. Wide on the
I
left.
was in
Aushish.
Cambridge 5 weeks ago and now in
Aushish looks up
Southampton
and he's gonna try and-
on Lake
what's he
Huron.
gonna do? Is he going to try and
Huron,
play it
says
backwards?
Alan.
It just goes back to Hjelde. Hjelde back into the centre circle.
Pass,
to
pass,
Luke
pass, says
O'Nien.
SJ. How many
And
minutes
then
is left?
to
It's just
Zach
about, that's
Johnson.
it. It's not,
Johnson
I
back
would say there's
here
just
to
seconds left before
O'Nien
extra
in the
time.
centre circle to Hjelde. Hjelde down the left.
Rooster
to Dan
says when
Neil.
I was
Neil
at the last
Ashish has made a run into
Stoke
the
game
box,
4 weeks ago,
and it's come off.
if they had
Chalono
said there was
for
extra time, I
Ashish.
would have cried.
Chalono wins it back again for Stoke. He brings it out down this right-hand side, looking for the run of Niall Ennis. But O'Nien's cut across the face of him, and the ball has bounced out. It's a throw to Sunderland.
Yeah, I would say
Last
another 30
minute
minutes.
Of the 7 being added on, and it looks like now we are going to go into extra time, unless something.
I think we will
miraculous
leave if it
happens
goes
in
to
the
penalty,
next
says Anne.
45 seconds, and players back in the Sunderland half at the moment, and the referee ushering Hjelde back a few yards. Ashish comes for the ball. Ashish back to Hjelde on the touchline. Sidderby in front of him. It's now with Ashish. He's trying to find Connolly. He's beaten in the air, behind him by Phillips on the halfway line. Salis to Johnson. We've got 25 seconds left. Johnson up towards the halfway line. Out to
Here we go,
Mayenda,
another half hour.
wide
I
on
know,
right.
the good old
Gooch
days
is
at
backing
half
off him. Mayenda's
12 on a
cutting into the
Monday,
middle.
Radio 2 FA Cup
Mayenda's still
first.
going,
Hello.
trying to swing the ball across, and he's completely missed it, an opportunity, but he's found Aushish.
James Cook says radio commentary not available here in Brazil.
And now Sheesh trying to find a gap for Connolly, but Ashley Phillips happy just to lash it
Yeah,
in
if
there.
I was
That's it.
allowed to
We're going into
stream
extra time now.
the
So
match to show you the actual match
full
video itself, I would,
time,
but
extra time now.
I just can't.
Those Alexic
Just
is
can't do
equaliser
anything.
in the 64th minute. The players
And
just
I
coming
bet you the
off
Sunderland
the
fans are sighing there saying,
How
oh,
much
God's
the
sake.
turnover time will be,
It's only going to get colder.
but an extra 30 minutes now to be faced by both teams, as both teams.
And I'll just mute the commentary at the minute because of the music now starting to play. Wow! Thanks for the 4 subscribers. 3,500 subscribers. Thank you very, very much indeed. That means so, so much. Thank you. I'm going to go onto social media and see what the fans are starting to say. Yeah, and there's no comments from any of the fans at the moment. There's a comment just being put on. Well, someone's just saying, James Copley saying, so sad, genuinely gutted for him. Praying it isn't too bad, and that's for Alessi, isn't it? Up the Mighty Potter says Hewitt. Up the Mighty Potter says Anthon. Brian Blackcat says, Cabby, shut your gob. I can't, mate. I can't. I've explained before the reason why I can't shut me gob. Why can't you, says Alicia. In the early 70s in Perth, we had to buy a newspaper on Monday to get the results of the Saturday League games in England. Up the Mighty Potters, says Anton. A lot better second half performance, says Rooster. Colin says, congrats on the 3.5k more to come. You're welcome. James Cook says, I know that. I just thought today you're talking more than often. It's just because there's a lot of messages coming through, James. That's why I like to try and get everybody involved in the chat. Because it's people in the chat that matters. Thanks for the other 2 subscribers. Thank you. Sad Mags on the supporting Stoke, not obsessed though, says SJ. Like living in the northeast in my town with street names like Sun and Newcastle, Morthorpe, Northumberland and Blythe. Slappy Maguire, have the Salas and Johnson been since coming on? They've not done too bad. Rico says, when Sunday brought the FA Cup home, I was outside Monk Weymouth Station, now the Fans Museum. What a time to be a Sunderland fan. Stealth Gaming says, you can, if you create a Twitch account or something, get past the YouTube, have the channel linked with this account. I don't know, I'll have to look into it. Stealth, you've got to be careful. Trevor Coleman, also when I was in the Falklands, someone said his wife had recorded the FA Cup final. We were really looking forward to it, but she recorded the wrong side and it was the Sound of Music. Oh my God, I would have threw the telly out the window. William Andrews says penalties won't be needed. Oh, I don't know. Colin Major says extra time not good for those who are playing on Friday. SJ says, can the players not cope with a week's rest? When will the new signings be playing? I think it'll be Friday. There is one on. Sam Ed's on today. I'm ready to go, says Jack. Stealth Gaming says, that goes for showing the match, but to be fair, I like the way the channel run at it is. Cheers, Stealth. Michael says, are some players made of glass or are they just unlucky? I just think players nowadays are that much finely tuned. It doesn't take much to break them. I think that's what it is. They're much more athletic now, aren't they? And everything's just so finely tuned. All the tendons are tight. It just doesn't take much to snap and break things. John Morgan says, 09 is becoming a liability now. We must sign a couple of proper defenders. If we are going by firm, I'll assume we'll be play crap for the first 15 minutes. Still got music playing. We haven't played yet. Apart from the goal, 09's been decent. Then play better in the second 15 minutes.
Ashish, but I think Alexis, when he's come on, he's got himself into some good positions.
He has, and maybe because Elliot Bell's wearing a sky blue top.
Job on for 18 maybe, or 9 needs a placing.
Stoke who've got the second
Go
half
on, Stoke,
underway.
says Alfie.
Stoke attacking right to left, defending the Roker end in his first period as Gooch heads the ball on.
So, can Sunderland do this in extra time, or is it going to be penalties?
Salis in front of him, it's come back to
60% in the poll says
Wilmot.
Sunderland can still
Sunderland
win.
won,
Player
Stoke
E says,
City
come on,
won
Potters.
into extra time at the end of this.
Lacey
I think
says,
one,
can you
I
show us the
suppose,
pens, please? I
benefit
can't
of
show
the
you
extra
anything
time
of the live
penalties is
game,
that
Lacey.
We don't have to go back to Stoke.
Or I'll get a copyright strike.
Hey.
So I
Just
can't,
wanna
I'm
remind
afraid.
you that
It I'd love
It
to.
would have been, can you imagine? It would have been.
Way,
4
the commentary's back on,
matches
says
with Stoke this season if you
Rolando.
were stuck with the
Yeah, I
old
knocked the commentary off at half time because the
no,
music in the background,
replay.
and
Now
that'll get
Moran's
flogged
trying to
for
work a way through. It come to Junho here.
copyright
And
as well.
Junho, his shot is blocked at the edge of the penalty area,
Stand up.
and it's played back to Gooch on the left of the area. and Miyenda's trying to stick with him, but Gooch has worked a bit of space for the cross, which is headed straight down to Ennis, but he got tangled up on his feet. And somehow O'Nire's managed to knock it behind for a corner.
We're lucky there, we missed
They
the
were
header.
very lucky
We
because,
missed the header, he
that's,
fell at his feet.
Ennis, with a bit more composure, would have smashed that in.
Yeah.
Don't forget though, I mean,
So a
Robbins
corner
is a quality
to
manager.
Stoke City in the first couple
There
of
will be a
minutes
threat,
of the
they'll
first
still have
period
their
of extra
chances,
time.
Stoke, in the second half.
Lewis Baker over on that right hand side to take this corner.
Andres says, come on, son of Argentina.
3 players up on
Michael Atkinson on 9 is a good player wherever
in the
he has to play, but
6-yard
needs to
box.
cut out the
Baker then
ridiculous
from
fouls
this
and shirt tugging.
right-hand side with the corner
Or 9 to
kick
score the winner, says
in
John.
towards Berger, who heads it down.
Oh, I love the
Ennis will
pink,
try and,
the pink
turn
paper,
this
the
back
pink
now to
newspaper.
Gooch.
Football pink,
Gooch
wasn't it?
curls a ball in, it's parried by Simon Moore.
Well seen.
It was a good shot from Gooch, the right height, and Sidibe trying to get the ball in now, but it's broken for Aushish. Aushish with Connolly ahead of him, into the Stoke half. Berger comes back, catches Aushish.
That's a booking.
And Berger will be booked for that. He's got to be booked for that, surely. The referee's shown him the yellow card. He caught Connolly. There was no question about the foul. So, yellow card for Wouterberger in the 3rd minute of added time.
Oh, I'm glad to see the back of Stoke City, like.
And Berger has hurt his ankle as a consequence of that.
4-9-1 get in the middle now, and you reckon FG, huh?
So, a bit more time to be added on as Berger gets some treatment. A reminder that Aji Elise was carried off.
Oh,
on
the
a
pink was
stretcher
class.
just shy of the hour this afternoon, which is not great news. Sunderland having to wait while Berger receives treatment. Trying to see who's it. Is it Johnson over the ball for the free kick? I'm not sure. No, it's not.
Ashish has looked
Hjelde.
decent,
I think it
Michael,
must
to
be
be honest with
Hjelde.
you.
Yeah, I think it must be Hjelde, is it?
Yeah.
He's just coming back for a word with Luke O'Nien. Wouterberger, the Dutchman, 23-year-old Dutchman.
189 likes on the channel,
Still
thank you
receiving
so
treatment.
much.
Sheesh,
Actually, I do
rolling
apologise,
about.
you've
He's
got
held to
me
his feet
chatting
now,
and stuff, but
Wouterberger.
I've just got to be
And,
careful.
a shake of the hands.
Don't want to be
from
naughty,
Sheesh.
just letting the commentary play
He's
constantly.
limping towards this near touchline, actually. I mean, it's much easier to go off the pitch on the other side. But he's coming
16
right across
fouls,
the pitch.
Stoke.
Berger. I think they might be going to replace him. Number 37, Emre Tezgel. Looks like he's going to come on now for Berger by the looks of things.
Just as well Stoke have allowed an extra sub, or they
I think
would have
you're
had to
right in
play with
thinking
10.
that,
Oh, good point,
you
SG.
do have an extra substitution in extra time.
You do.
So even though this is the 5th substitution being made by Mark Roggins,
Pink Paper was called the football echo. The ball cartoon on the front changes its expression depending on the score. They did, Rico.
The 19-year-old Stoke's youngest player actually made his debut at 16.
Sad when we lost. A mutual straight smile
2022.
when it was a draw, and a very happy,
MK
cheery
Dons last season,
echo
second half of last season.
cartoon
He takes
man
Berger's
when
How old
place.
is he now?
we won.
He is 19 now.
USM says, I'm American Mackham. Haha,
Here's
we're the
O'Neill,
lads from New
tapping
York
the ball
City.
to
Is that right? Thank you.
Gelder, through to Dan Neil. Neil in the middle of the Stoke half
Have
on
Sunderland
the
played
left.
well? Second half they've done a lot
Ashish wide on
better.
that
Where's
left-hand
Pritchard
side.
playing
Ashish
this? I don't know.
crosses,
Cabby,
looking
don't be scared, get a
Connolly,
VPN,
taken
son.
out, though, by
It's not the
Phillips. Sidibe trying to
VPN,
get the
it's
ball on out
whether you've got a
through to
VPN and not YouTube
Sunderland, which Helder will take.
can see
Back
what you're
to
doing.
09, just
Whatever
behind him.
VPN, you're still
Forwards
streaming
again,
live commentary
towards,
games. So if the minute you put a live
Ashish,
video
run
up of
by
a football
Tez
game,
Gelder, and
it'll just get
now out
closed
wide on
straight
that
away.
far side.
Or you
Chamberlain
get a
plays it
copyright
back
strike.
inside. And on to
It's YouTube that does it.
Jun Hyun plays it back to Gooch on the left here inside.
What's the score?
Stoke
It is
half. So Stoke
1-1.
in black. Sunderland, their red and white
Drafuti
stripes,
says,
black
let's go
shorts,
Sunderland from Atlanta.
red and white socks. And the ball back again with Ben Wilmot. 6 minutes into the first period of extra time, but we've had a couple of minutes stoppage for that injury to Berger. The ball with Wilmot again, out to Gooch on the left-hand side, up to Sidibe, and now
Football pink
breaks
turned
Gooch
blue when we
again
dropped
on
the
left,
second
up to
division, did it?
halfway, finds Sidibe in front of Regis Lebris, with the ball through straight to 09, driven straight out to Gooch. Now Junho, who leaves it for Tezgel, and back to Sidibe in the middle. And Sidibe.
A few more empty
gets
seats
it
in the
forwards again on
stadium.
the
I
left
think
to
a few
Sam
people have
William,
actually gone home.
and he's going to try and find a way in past Trey
John
Hughes,
Smiles,
back to
keep up with the
Baker
chat,
in
Cabby.
midfield.
Part of the great show. Thanks, John. I just
It's
need to
played by
try and get as many
Moran
people
to
involved as
Bae
possible.
Junho, and the referee's going to
He's
give
gonna give a free kick.
for
Doug
foul
says,
by
I have a
Chiyou.
blue shirt from
Pulls it back.
2001. That's my fave.
This 25 yards out on the left of midfield.
And believe it or not, there's not much happening
Sunderland won,
in the game
Stoke City
at
won,
the minute.
7th
Nothing
minute
going
of
on, really.
the first period of extra time. If it's still level, it will go to penalties. Do you think they take the penalties at the empty end?
I don't fancy us on
What do you think?
penalties. I'm sorry, like
Toss of the coin.
their keeper is quality. I think he'd save at least 3 penalties.
Advantage. There's
Yeah,
400.
Andrew Moore says, alright, Cabby being out all afternoon with the kids. Haven't missed much. Terrible first half. Much better second half. Sunderland on top.
Lewis Baker over the free kick.
And just failed
Just
to
to the right.
get the winning goal. Lovely goal by Alesic. Nice, well taken goal.
Good
And,
save by Moore.
He's just had a word with Lewis Baker as well. Baker then with the free kick. Clips this into the penalty area and through it goes and behind.
Come on, lads. Slot one right
Goal
down
kick to
the middle
Sunderland.
of the pipe.
1-1 still here.
Dougie
at
says, when I
Stadium
first
in the
started
8th
going to
minute.
games, I used to travel to
First
Newcastle on
period
the
of
bus,
extra time.
then the train to Seaburn. On the way back, I had an hour to wait on the bus,
Places the ball
so
on
would
the
read the football pink
6-yard line,
waiting
taps
on the
it
bus.
now to Luke O'Neill, then
SGS says,
wide on the
whoever
left,
scores
out
the
to
next goal
Gelder.
wins.
Swings it
Can't
up
see
into the
either team
Stoke
getting
City
back
half.
at that point.
Chamado back to
Pesky says, let's go Sunderland from Liverpool.
Keeper passes it out to Baker.
Welcome, Pesky.
He swung it right over the head of Chamado and out for a throw to
John
Sunderland.
Dussault,
Just
I
keeping
missed the
pressure back
start.
on Stoke.
Did we put a full team out?
And
No,
Sheesh
we
goes
did
to
not,
retrieve the ball.
John.
What's the referee said? A yellow card for Chamado.
Just
So I
googled
don't
it.
know why they
Pritchard
put
is in
him up
Turkey
as being
with
booked
Siv
before, 'cause he's just got a
Sapor.
yellow card there.
Well, it came up as.
Mender always goes near your post. Yeah, I know he does.
Baker, and
It
they-
was Baker.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
for
Accrington
some
Stanley was
reason they
wasted
put
by
the
Liverpool
name up on the
4-0.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even come out the
Now
first
with
ski,
Salis.
Liverpool either.
Salis back to
Accrington took a
O'Neill
hell of
on the
a
line.
great crowd there, great
Gelder
away fan
back
following. They got the
into
whole of
his
the
own
end behind the
half
goal.
In the middle to Simon Moore, the goalkeeper, in his green. Plays out to Johnson, now Salis, and Salis wide here to Mayenda. Mayenda cutting inside again into the
No.
middle, looking for Alexic,
Oh.
but it's been whipped off his feet. And Moran
Football Echo
trying to
was
get
class.
away
It had
through
all
here
the
for Ennis, but Johnson
all
gets
the
in
games
front
around the
of Ennis.
northeast, even the
And let's tap the
virtually
ball
the
back to Moore
Sunday
to
League
clear,
type games.
and we're in the 9th minute of the first period of extra time.
VFL Bars, friendly
Salis,
mag here, welcome. Who looks like they've been on
brings
top?
the ball down again
Sunderland
in
have
his
been
own
on top the second
Behind
half,
him is Zach Johnson. On his shoulder is Ennis.
and it's been a bit
Slips it into
scrappy.
Luke O'Neill and out on the far
Um,
side to Gelder again.
The extra
Down the
time.
line now, Sheesh.
I think Stoke will
Sheesh
win the
back
penalties,
to
like, because I think
Leo
they've got a
Gelder.
much better keeper in goal than what we've got. So it's going to be a
Inside
struggle
in the
for us
middle
if it
to
goes to penalties.
O'Neill, then to Johnson.
He's a good keeper.
Johnson wide to Mayenda. Gets round. Gooch fairly comfortably. Taking this on Mayenda. Mayenda's still going towards the edge of the area. Still going. Rolling it in now to Ashish.
Oh, he's got
put
to
it
keep
over the
it down.
bar.
Oh.
Great play.
Lovely play by Mayenda.
200 likes. Thank you.
You've got to hit the target. You've got to work the goalkeeper.
An opportunity spurned by Sunderland. And Junho's on the break here now for Stoke into the centre circle, looking to try and find Tazgal, who plays it back behind into Moran and out to Tramadol on the far side.
Oh, that was a bad finish, man. That was a bad finish.
Half. Back it comes.
Way over the bar by O'Sheesh.
Phillips now.
It's just his finishing
Baker.
product, O'Sheesh, isn't it? He needs to really sort out his finishing product, O'Sheesh.
Back to Baker, and now across to the left.
He just leaned back when he hit that. It was way over the top.
Gooch.
VFL says, but good show, mate. Tried looking for the stream online, but they were rubbish. And you're the first to pop up when I search Sunderland. Oh, that's good. Well, welcome, VFL. You're welcome anytime, mate.
And now
Michael Hood says, stop talking, as I will call the police.
Just covering Ennis. Goes back
So I'll be expecting a knock on my door soon. Hello, hello, hello.
Got Job and Isidore on the bench, but there's been no.
I don't think he wants to use them.
He's not going to use them, is he? Must be convinced.
We do not have any natural finishes.
Out there can win this game.
Said Stephen.
And if it goes to penalties, I mean that's just a lottery.
Isidore, he's looking good, mind. How is Salas playing? Pretty difficult, Finley, to sort of judge on that one at the minute. There's not really much football really being played. It's scrappy, injuries, players down.
Leaving it now for Phillips.
Isidore's on the bench. Cabby SFC will win pens. Shut up and don't do our club down, says Brian Blackcat. So Brian Blackcat says I'm being negative when I think seeing Stoke will have the upper hand in the penalties. I'm just saying that because of their keeper's quality.
And eventually plays it through to Connolly after a 1-2 with Mayenda. And now with Mayenda on the right of the area, he crosses towards the far post and it's headed down by O'Sheesh, hooked in the air by Phillips in front of Alexic. It bounces awkwardly in the penalty area. Connolly trying to dig it out and it's cleared by Wilmot. They're looking for a penalty, Sunderland.
We're going to get out from this ref, I don't think.
Play's gone on and Hume nods it back to O'Nien, back in the middle to
Thanks for the subscriber,
Johnson,
thank you.
And back to Simon Moore. Out here through the middle. Salis brings this up through the centre circle now for Sunderland.
We'll win on penalties. Patterson, when he saves 2 penalties. However, lads, Patterson isn't our keeper, Phillips.
Ball played back to Johnson.
Moore is our goalkeeper today. Rolando, thanks for popping in, mate.
Ball from Johnson trying to get it to O'Nien, but there are 3 red and white.
No problem, Brian. No problem, fella.
Plays it behind to Beijing Ho, and now to Tezgel on the corner of the penalty area on the far side. Chamadon on the overlap, but it's come back to Baker in midfield. And Baker to Moran.
Dreaded trip down to Exeter, VFL. That's a long way down.
He's got Salis in front of him. Back to Moran.
SJ says, no way will they risk Isidore or Job against these thugs. They dive in for daft tackles. I know that.
Phillips. Forwards to Baker. Baker in the centre circle for Stoke. 13 minutes of the 15 played. We'll have a couple of minutes added on, though, for injury to Berger. And now Gooch again on the left touchline. Still 1-1 here at the Stadium of Light in extra time. And the ball with Moran in the middle of the Sunderland half. Sunderland getting everybody back.
There's definitely more people left the Stadium of Light and have gone home. There's a lot more empty seats I'm looking at.
Nobody's willing to close him down at the moment. He plays it on to Beijing Ho. And he turns in the middle, trying to slip it through. It's intercepted though by...
Thanks for the subscriber, thank you.
Johnson leaves it for Salis. Salis now out wide to Mayenda. Mayenda down this right hand side, inside, and just behind him is Salis. Back to Mayenda on the right. Now into Hume, who crosses, and now she stretches. Gets a foot on it, but it takes it wide.
Am I right saying you've been on TTR before? What does that mean, VFL? Just gives a shout on that.
Into the last minute of the
SJ, it's going to kick us in the gahoolies every time.
Still 1-1. The ball back with Johansson. They're still playing for a place in the 4th round of the FA Cup. Johansson with the ball at the right corner of his 6-yard box at the Roker end. As all the players drift up onto the halfway line on the right hand side. Johansson's kick It's a deep one, and Ennis is just pushed off the ball or pushed away by Luke O'Nien. Play goes on. Hjelde gets the ball back up onto the halfway line. And now Bae Jun-ho thought he was fouled by Salis, but away comes Johnson out to Miyenda, and Miyenda away down this right-hand side now, halfway inside the Stoke half, cutting in the middle, looking to try and find Connolly. Connolly's shot from 16 yards.
The turn review. Oh yeah, I've often popped in the turn review.
2 minutes, so we thought about
great folk in the chat, great people who
You know,
run the show as well. I think it's Paul, isn't it? He's a cracking bloke, Paul. He's all right.
Aaron Connolly.
Don't know why we need another 15 minutes of us missing more chances.
Trying to get into that starting 11.
Patterson will send his vibes, says Brian. Leeds win double. Peter says, you're not wrong, Stoke's keeper is one of the best in the league.
We played 30 seconds of the minimum 2 minutes.
USM says, are we Premier League ready, Cabby? Oh, we're a long way off Premier League ready, I still think. Look, we still need a few more players in this January transfer window.
Halfway, and Dan Neil gets the ball out on the left to Connolly. Connolly trying to get into the penalty area. Slips it to Al-Shish. Wilmot just whipped it off his feet behind for a corner.
Touch. Good play again. Good run.
That's a good point, SJ. No team's ready for the Prem in this championship.
And short by
just look at what happens to the teams that get promoted.
Neil now is whipped off him by Ennis, and now it's Neil winning it.
Not confident about Pens as we cornered a cow's backside with a shovel.
Who's trying to find an opening. Dan Neil inside.
Thought your name was familiar. Hi, cheers VFL.
On the goal line, it's just kept in by Neil, but Baker will clear. Up for Ennis to chase up to the halfway line on the right hand side. We played a minute and a half of the minimum 2 minutes. The ball's gone out for another throw to Stoke City on the right hand side. 1-1 still, all in the balance. All in the balance. 15 minutes more to play after this. 1-1.
Imagine Stoke get relegated but also win the FA Cup. It would never happen, but it would be funny.
Passes it to Wilmot. Wilmot now out to Gooch on this left-hand side.
Cheers for the subscriber, thank you.
Down. Gooch back to Wilmot, back to Johansson, the goalkeeper, and that's the end of the first period of added time.
Turn the heating up for Luffy. Peter Crawford, your streams are addictive, Cabby. Why, thank you.
Much, Nick, and we'll be back for the full second half of
VFL Baz, do you think you'd give us a better game now if we to play each other in the cup? Oh, definitely. I don't think we'd win Stillies if we just got far too much. But I do think we'll definitely have more than what we had last time.
Reading and are almost into the fourth round. The other teams that are definitely through to the fourth round of the FA Cup from the 3 o'clock games this afternoon: Nottingham Forest, who beat Luton 2-0, Brighton, who won 4-0 at Norwich.
Just got to mute that because of the music playing again. Lebrie could take us up as a hero and get sacked before Christmas in the Premier League. That's the harsh reality of it, isn't it? Even madder, Plymouth won it. They beat Brentford this afternoon. So the Wayne Rooney lift since he's gone. Mad that, like. Cabby, do not diss us. We are the champions, says Brian Blackcat. Hey, I'd love to say you're right, mate. And my goodness me, have we got a big game next Friday. Just looking at social media here, saying 1-1 half time. 15 more mins and pens. Richard says, come on, Reggie, what is your plan B? Peter Flint says, we don't like scoring. Ian says, need to make some subs, get the young lad on. Paul Hutchinson says, how many chances do we need? Hjelde off, Roosen on. It doesn't fill you with much hope when Roosen comes on, does it? Oh, look, we should be 3-1 up, man. Chances again.
Roosen on in the second period of extra time.
Still got music playing. Did you notice there was no massive roar when they announced Roosen's name? Colin Robinson says, we aren't playing our main striker. We're going to need more chances than usual. Edward says, try not talking at certain times, especially when we're attacking. I'll try my best, Edward. It's just that we're not attacking that much. Burnley beaten Reading 3-1. We play Burnley next. Connolly has not set the world on fire. No. I think Connolly will be away, to be honest with you.
Because O'Nien's taking the second half underway. Is Sunderland now attacking from right to left from the Roker end. Luke's on the left side.
Yeah, he's on left back.
Yeah, with Dan Neil, Zach Johnson, Trey Hughes.
Dagenham and Red going to win the FA Cup. Oh, put a tenner on it, go on.
Stoke on the right-hand side. Chamado back in his own half, back behind into Phillips.
Stephen Jones says, talk whenever you want, Harry. I'll try and listen to everybody's requests. But
now again, down the line, Chamado trying to slip it inside, but it's been won back by Alexic, but then lost again by Ashish, who's
I'm nearly finished on it.
Moran. So it's a free kick to Stoke City. Quickly taken. Moran just taps it back to Wilmot and across to Lyndon Gooch on the far side.
I hope Rusin gets sold, says Colin. Andrew Miller says, feel sorry for Rusin. Can't be easy for a young lad in a strange country while his home gets bombed to bits. Wonder how much additional support he gets.
In the centre circle, Sidibe trying to get the ball through the middle for Tezgel, but Sunderland have got
any
the ball
first
back into the
teasers are going to leave the window.
Teamers,
I don't think so.
And Mayenda ahead of him. Alexic is in there.
Anybody know what time Man City kicks off against Salford?
Again in the centre circle for Stoke in their black.
Davies just chin Mark Robbins.
Out wide on the right, Chamado again. Chamado, Rusin just in front of him. It slipped inside to Moran. Back to Chamado. Rusin trying to put pressure on Chamado, who gets it back to Phillips on the right and back to the goalkeeper at the edge of the Stoke penalty area. Played out again to Wilmot. Forward, straight through the middle. Trying to get it up to Tezgel. And he's being forced back by Johnson to play it all the way back to the goalkeeper.
5:45.
Johansson swings it out towards the right. It's headed
VFL says, in my opinion, the people that are here for your commentary on the game, so speak as much as possibly over the game, mate. You're not on here. You're not here to not talk. I know VFL. I mean, some people just like to hear the pure commentary, don't they? But you know, just look what the Toon Review do. They don't even play any commentary. That's just 100% chat through.
For extra time.
That's a great bunch of guys.
Wide on the left, halfway inside the Sunderland half.
Michael says, ignore them big mouths. It's your channel, Cabby, not theirs.
And across to
he works hard, but he's not the striker we need.
This far into extra time, you actually want someone.
Has Regis Labrie made these changes anticipating penalties? Could be.
Get through to the fourth round.
We need Kevin Phillips. Bring him back.
Turns, shoots, it's blocked by Dan Neil on the penalty.
Why is there so many extra time? That's the FA Cup.
Tezgel onto his left and he shoots straight at Simon Moore.
They can go and listen to the commentary for free on whatever station it is.
It's still 1-1.
Do you know what? I fancy Ogunsui to score, you know.
Simon Moore
is on fire for the under 21s.
Sunderland are going to make another change, are they?
Yeah,
they are.
Let them buy the commentary from the club. Then this page is all about the interactions.
Is this with a view
to be honest with you, that's what every YouTube channel is like. It's about reactions.
Ball through the middle, looking to try and get Connolly away on his left-hand side. It's a chase with Phillips. Phillips gets in front of Connolly and slides in and puts the ball out for a throw. Ogunsui then to come on.
Thanks for the subscriber.
Sunderland. Big moment for Trey Ogunsui.
Come on for who? Mayenda.
You think Mayenda?
Or Connolly.
Well, do you keep the strikers on?
I think he'll come off for Connolly.
Do you?
Mayenda will go top. And Ogunsui will go wide on the right-hand side.
There's 12 minutes left of the second period of extra time. O'Nien with a throw back to Dan Neil. Neil to Johnson in the centre circle. Back to Dan Neil. To Ashish again. Ashish back to Neil on halfway, and he just rolls it along the halfway line to Zach Johnson. Johnson plays it back into Neil in the centre circle. Wide to O'Nien on this left-hand side and slips it inside to Ashish. O'Nien and then Salis back to Dan Neil, who drives a great ball up to the middle, but it's over the head of Trey Hume and goes behind for a goal kick.
Mayenda off.
Another good ball from Neil.
Richard Newton, well done, Cabby. You have had comments from every continent except Antarctica. Man, it's time.
So Mayenda,
Let's get a couple of Eskimos on.
off. And the Belgian youngster.
Wayne says we need a cup run. Get us noticed for the next season in the Premier League.
That right hand side.
Yeah.
And of course it is exciting, is it? Because you're in the draw for the next round and you want to know who you get. 10 minutes for Ogunsui to score. Do you fancy him to score,
Through
man?
the middle, and now is a battle in the centre for possession. Sidibe gets it to Chamado. We've got just under 10 minutes left. The ball back to Johansson. Plays over Ogunsui.
6 p.m. on BBC, says Paul Dale.
Kicks it in, chests it down. Lexic is all over him, and now getting involved too is Ogunsui.
We've had no snow, Jeff.
Sunderland.
Just very, very heavy frost. It's starting to
10
rain
yards
now.
to the corner on the right. Trey Hume will take the throw for Sunderland in their red and white stripes, attacking
When
the
it
north
starts
end
to
of the
rain in
stadium.
Carlisle,
The second period of extra time.
it
and
just
Alexic
doesn't
trying
stop
to dig it out. Finds
for about
Hume
3 months.
behind him with Ogunsui, and now it's dropped.
Oh,
It's
yes, of
dropped
course,
back
Keith.
To
Eskimos are north.
to try and play out for Stoke City up to Ennis, but Johnson wins it, and Johnson now leaves it for Alexic. It's come back to Johnson, all the way back then to Dan Neil in the centre circle, and Neil bringing this up through the middle, looking for the run of Salis. Salis on the left with the overlap from O'Nien down that left side of the penalty area, and O'Nien back to Salis on the left hand side, and back again to Aushish. Aushish wide on the left hand side, halfway inside the Stoke half, sweeps it back into Salis, who knocks it back towards Daniel. But Ennis has got it from Neil. Ennis is away into the penalty area, coming across to cover is Johnson, but Ennis has scored.
Give the ball away.
Niall Ennis has rolled it past Moore into the bottom left corner and deep into the
Oh, well, there we
second
go.
period
I've
of
missed the
extra
Stoke
time.
goal.
Stoke City have taken the lead 2-1.
Bye-bye FA Cup then. Bye-bye FA Cup, eh?
Especially when you're last man, Nick.
The
Unbelievable.
ball given away. Niall Ennis took it on. Johnson was trying to get back to cover.
There we go.
But Ennis rolled it into the bottom
For
left
God's
corner from the
sake,
right hand
man.
side. And surely hasn't he given Stoke City victory?
It was sloppy pass.
Once again,
Sloppy pass by Summit.
when you can't finish and you can't take your chances,
Again, we should have done
Went round
better.
the keeper and
you
then
get
well.
punished, didn't you?
Niall Ennis, his first goal of the season.
I suppose it puts the
has probably-
misery of getting knocked out on
probably
penalties,
wrapped
doesn't
this
it?
up for Stoke City.
James McAtee says,
Sometimes
concentrate
you make
on the lead.
changes,
That Samed
but
is
also sometimes you try to
overhyped.
be
Up the
clever.
Potter, says
Yeah.
Mr. Cat.
And, you know, putting Dan
Samed's
Neil
not
as a
fair. You
centre
can't
back,
judge on Samed because it's his only his first.
You know, if Luke O'Nien might have been
Please
in
don't
that
spoil the
position, he
score.
would
What's the
have
point
won
of the commentary?
Well, they've got
We never beat a Robins team.
against Dan Neil.
Yes, up the Potters, says player.
7
Wayne
minutes
Jack says not
in which to try
over.
and find another equaliser and take it to penalties.
We could play Robins 48 times in the season and we'll still not win any of them. It's just one of those things, isn't it?
The ball high in the air. He's just happy to launch it as high as he possibly can. Now Bajan who trying to win it, and Dan Neil just thumps it back up the other end to Johansson, who comes well out of his area to clear for
2 goals we've gifted Stoke, really.
But again,
Stoke.
we'll look back on it and we've had a couple of opportunities
I've plenty of
to go and win the game.
Didn't take the chances. So
How many times have we been saying that, Phil, though? We just can't score for toffee.
a second equaliser
And we
in the
don't come
game.
away with a
Leicester
result.
won the first. Back with Johnson, now with Dan Neil in the centre circle.
Andrew Mewis says, honestly, like to see a good performance by the team, but not really that worried about an early
Swings the
cup
ball
exit
out
this
wide on that
season
right-hand side to
with the injuries
Trey
we've
Hume.
had. I know.
Drives
I
it
don't
to
want to
Baker,
lose, of
straight
course I
out
don't,
Johansson.
but I'm not going to lose much sleep over
Straight
it.
to the goalkeeper, who
Jeff
falls
says,
safely
please
on the
don't
ball.
put scores in the chat.
And
502 now watching, thank you.
just over 5 minutes left. Stoke in the driving seat now, leading 2-1. Substitute Niall Ennis.
Come on, Stoke, says Connor. Make it 3, Stoke,
City
says
the
the
lead.
captain.
Johansson with the clearance up towards Ennis. Drops over him. Drops down to Tesgel's trying to nod it on, but O'Nien's there to turn it back to Simon Moore. Moore plays it out.
Just
now
reading some
to
social
Trey
media
Hume.
comments.
Hume forwards again to
Andrew says it sums it
halfway
up.
line,
Literally
looking for
dominate the whole
Lexic,
second
comes back
half
to Beijing-ho.
and make yet another
Hume
error
has
and we're
to get
punished.
back.
Don't care about the
Suddenly
cups,
the
says
pound
Andrew.
signs go from
Dan Neil is brave as ever.
£150,000 to £25,000.
Samed, I know it's his
That's
first
what
game,
losers get
but my God,
this
not
afternoon.
even just
The
that
ball-
pass, but the whole time he's
What's
been
the
on,
referee
he's been
saying? Lay it
useless.
down.
Yeah,
It's
he
Wilmot, I
got
think.
caught.
Jordan says, to be
Oh,
honest, we're
okay.
never going to win it, so concentrating on the league is the best thing for it.
Referee
So
stopped
people being a bit harsh
the
on
game.
Samed.
He's come back
At
to
least we don't
assess
have to watch penalties, that's
the
what I
issue
said,
with
Simon.
Ben Wilmot. And
Lazy pass, but why would we have central
It's just
defenders
sitting up there. I don't
overlapping
think
when
he's
playing
gonna
3 at the back?
the physio's on or anything, is he? He's not. Wilmot is just sitting at the moment.
Don't like
Wilmot,
losing, but
what's the
couldn't give a
goalkeeper
crap if we
pointing
do
at?
lose this one, so there we go.
Wilmot's back up on his feet now. Wilmot's going to take the free kick. 26th minute of the 30 added on at the end of the 90. And Stoke leading 2-1.
I don't want to be in the cup, but just want to get past these, says Swan.
People are leaving, but not in vast numbers. Maybe sensing that there is still an opportunity left in the game for Sunderland to find another equaliser. But the ball is up at the wrong end at the moment. With
Actually,
Tesdell
we
trying
don't have
to
extra
get
cup
it out to
games.
Beijing-ho.
Now we will spend 20
Sunderland
million
trying to
plus
win
on a
it back
player in the
finally
Prem.
to
Let's focus on getting
Connolly.
there. We do
Plays
have
it
to
out
get
now
there, don't
to
we?
Ogunsui, who leaves it on the right and gets it back inside from Alexic. It comes all the way back to Dan Neil in the middle, and Dan Neil bringing this out. Short pass through to Salis, and Salis.
How many times have
turns
Sunderland
and
gone
is
out in the
gonna play it
third
through
round of the
short
cup, though?
To Connolly, looking for the run down the
That's
right
one
wing of
for yous.
Alexic, but Wilmot gets in front. Alexic just shoulder barges him off the ball.
So have the fans
And
been a
actually
little
is
bit
allowed to
harsh
cover.
on
Excellent.
Samed then? Have the fans been a bit
Wilmot's
harsh?
Feels that was a free kick, but the assistant flags for the corner. The referee's given the corner, and so Sunderland might get an opportunity here. 3 minutes just over to go until the end of extra time. Ogunsui on the goalkeeper. Hume from the right hand side with the corner kick, and it's whipped in, and it's Gooch who heads it out to the near post. It comes down to Ashish. Ennis blocks his shot, and it comes all the way back now to Dan Neil. Neil down the left to Rusin. What can Rusin do here on this left hand side? Has to come back because Chamado's on his shoulder.
Oh, dear
Plays
me.
it back to Dan Neil.
No, I want
in the
penalties,
centre
says Phil. I
circle.
want to get through. Don't
Neil
think about
looking
73. What
for
about
a
the
break
85
down
and
the right, but
92
drives it straight
when we
at
beat
Lyndon
Chelsea
Gooch.
in the cup?
And now Zach Johnson has to get back as it's driven up down the left by Wilmot, and Beijing-ho is going to try and break
I
into
can
the
honestly
penalty
say
area on
Stoke
left-hand
won't win the
side,
cup
tries to
either.
cross, it's blocked by the feet of
Congratulations
Dan
to
Neil.
Stoke.
Out
Let them
Salis.
have the win.
And Salis now trying to get out through the middle.
Good
Comes
luck in the
off
next
Sidibe
round.
For Ennis.
We clearly
Ennis
don't
again
want
into
it
the
enough,
penalty
do
area,
we?
Tries a shot. It comes off the ankles of O'Nien. Still not fully cleared. O'Nien finally
Jack
stabs
says
it
Mag's
out.
taking
And now
team
Sheesh
photos again.
looking to break here. Baker's chasing him. Now Sheesh still going. He's trying to roll it through on the left, and he finally gets it through to Connolly down on this left-hand side of the penalty area. He tried to pull it back across
David
the
Priest,
6-yard
we're
box.
always
Wins a
giving
corner,
it
played
away.
it off Phillips. Gets the congratulations of his goalkeeper. It's a corner to Sunderland on the left-hand side in the 29th minute of the 30th.
Why would you be an
added on.
SAFC game if you don't even support the
Extra
team?
time
What's
at
the
the end of this
TV just
game.
obsessed?
Yeah,
Sunderland
at
losing 2-1.
You look at the players there, 1 or 2 tired players.
It's got to be
out
easy
there.
though. Cabby, Mr. Catman is
Trey
my
Hume comes
favourite
down
player
to
at the
take
minute.
this corner on the left-hand
But
side.
there's so many good ones. Dan Neil, Job in the centre of the
Played short
pitch.
here to Alexic. Alexic now back to Hume. Hume curls it into the penalty area. Oh, the header at the goal. It's just wide.
Offside.
Flag was up from Ogunsui's header.
Come on, blow the full-time referee,
And,
blow the full-time whistle, get them fans on, get them warmed up, get the
Wouldn't
hot
have
broth
counted.
down the neck.
Free kick to
What a long, long afternoon,
City.
evening it's been for them
Good
Sunderland
ball
fans
in.
out there.
and was it Salis or Ogunsu? It was Salis, wasn't it? Got his head on it. Ogunsu was just on his shoulder. Free kick then to Stoke City. We're in the last minute of the 30. Will there be much added on in this second half? Maybe a minute, because there was a stoppage for the injury to Wilmot. Al-Shish trying to get it on again to Connolly, lays it off to Al-Shish, looking now for the run of Rusin, but Phillips has got in front of him. He gets in a little bit of a tangle. He's going to concede the corner. This might be another opportunity for Sunderland. He just got his feet caught up as a tired-looking Ashley Phillips. Moore's going up. Dan Neal staying back on the centre spot, but Simon Moore's coming up for this now. We've got seconds left of the 30
we do
minutes.
in the transfer.
On,
we do need.
To take the corner on the left-hand side.
An experienced striker.
Stoke. In comes the delivery from Hume. Moore leaping for it, but it goes over him. Headed out by Bae Jun Ho, and Sidibe's trying to get the ball out. There'll be a minute of 1 minute. So we're into that minute now, and Stoke holding on to a 2-1 lead. The ball is over on the far side, and Sunderland trying to get the ball back here.
Sunderland being the better team, but once again we just press the self-destruct button. Oh my God, says Alicia. Have you just come back in and seen the result or the score?
The FA Cup when they had such a bright second half and taking it to extra time.
It's no good having a bright second half, Nick, if you kind of put the ball in the net, mate.
In the 112th minute, broke through and scored. The ball comes back to Simon Moore. We've got seconds left of the minimum minute. The ball cleared by Dan Neal up into the centre circle. It's skewed off Moran, and in fact that's it. It's all over.
That's it. Thank God for that.
Exit the FA Cup.
Thank God for that.
Extra time to Stoke City by 2-1. Tom Cannon's penalty after 4 minutes, which seems a long time ago now. Milan exits the substitute, scored in the 64th minute, but Niall Ennis, Stoke substitute, scored the winner deep into.
Well, not surprised there at all. It's a Robins team. We never beat them. We never win in the third round of the FA Cup. Got to say well done to Stoke. They've done it. They're through to the next round. We now concentrate on the league. I never want my team to lose. Never. But, you know, I'm not going to be that fussed. I'm not going to cry much in my bed tonight. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks, Cab. I scored the stream, mate. You're welcome, Catman. Enjoy the rest of your night, whatever you're doing. Thanks, Paul Dale. Cabby, see you next Friday, mate. Yep, no problem. Thank you, Cabby. Don't forget, we'll be doing the Mac and Cabby and Davey show this Thursday because we're playing on Friday. Good commentary, Cabby. Have a good night. You too, Jeff. SJ, thanks for popping in. I never go on any UFC related content because I'm not obsessed. I concentrate on my own team. Bloody stinking bed sock, says Stephen. Wanted to win, but at least we're not risking players with injuries. Yeah, I've seen the score, said Alicia. Greg Bucky, cheers, Cabby. Concentrate on the league now. How are the lads? Archie says, mentally, you lot, if you're happy with the loss. No. I'm never, ever happy with a loss. You know, I am annoyed. I am annoyed the way we pressed the self-destruct button twice. We gave them 2 goals. You know, that game was there for the taking, but once again, poor finishing has cost us. Cheese, Cabby, better feed the cats now. Cabby, you are a traitor, says Brian Blackcat. Duns says, I did say 2-1 one way around. Good luck the rest of your season. Use 2 play E. You'll do well with Robins. You'll start climbing up that table, mate. But thanks for popping in. And please come and said Susan. Have a good night. See you all, the Catman. Catch you later, mate. You take it easy. Always great, mates. Thanks, Kevin. Hope you're doing well, mate. And let's see, welcome on the show anytime. And have a look on Kevin Ware's channel. He's out and about. He does some good videos and some good funny videos as well, especially Mother on the Roller Coaster. Alan Ray, thanks, Smack and Cabby, top man. League's more important, says Jack. Jerry says the results highlights the need for another striker. Of course we do. Alicia, do you think we'll win the league? Well, some will say on this performance we're a mile off it, but I'm not judging on this game. Steve Gill, Robins is very underrated. He's a class manager. He is a quality manager. Good chance of second, but like I say, we do need that experienced striker because look, too many missed opportunities. But how it's gone. Good luck to Stoke in the next round, whoever they get. Oh, it would be annoying, wouldn't it, if Stoke City draw Newcastle in the next round at St James's Park. But we gifted them 2 goals. Like I say, we didn't finish the game. Didn't finish our chances. Cheers, Jeff, for popping on. Cheers, Dougie. Good luck to Matty Young, says Paul Heron. Well, also, let's hope that's Alessi isn't too badly injured, but it didn't look good at all. And I'll be doing a review of the match today, but I don't know whether I don't know. Will I do a review? I don't know. I haven't been blooming bothered, to be honest with you. So can I just say thank you for everybody for tuning in. And I'm going to watch the Man City Salford game now, which isn't a competition really, is it? So thanks everybody for tuning in. It's been a great show today. I think I'll watch Leeds instead of Man City. Cheers, Cabby. Yeah, I know. I do think that'll be a tastier game. Thanks, Stuart. See you next Friday. You will do, Jerry. Defensive mistakes indefinable. Why do we insist on putting Neil in defence? It was terrible. 2 bad mistakes. That's cost us. It's as simple as that. Stoke are never going to score in a month of Sundays unless we actually handed it on a plate for them, and that's what we did. But mind you, we weren't looking to kind of score for a month of Sundays. On the positive side, it was great to see Alesic getting a goal today. That'll give him a lot of confidence. And he took his goal well as well. Phil Wilkinson says, I'm fuming. I'm fuming deep down inside at this present moment. Of course I am. I'm livid. Ian Waller says, cheers, Stu. Appreciate what you do, fella. Different game today on to Burnley. Yeah. And I think some fans are being harsh by slagging Sam Head off. It's like, for goodness sake, it's his first game. Give him a break. So we go again. And thanks for everybody tuning in. And I'm going to start